Okay, let me see here. We all set, focus? Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Springfield City Hall. Today is Monday, August 18th. Time is 6:42 p.m. We have a regularly scheduled meeting for later this evening, special hearings meeting. But before, as is the council's practice, we're honored to present some proclamations to people in the community that the council would like to highlight and honor. So we have three different groups of proclamations this evening. Councilors Walsh and Santinello are the primary sponsors on these proclamations, I believe. And I'll turn it over to Councilor Walsh to start with the first proclamation for Mr. Lyman Wood. Oh, okay. For Councilor Santinello for Mr. Lyman Wood.
Lyman, to the microphone. I'm going to read this proclamation, Lyman, for you and from all of us. Whereas the Springfield City Council is pleased to recognize and honor the esteemed Lyman Wood and the Lyman and Marie Wood Museum of History. And whereas in 1983, Lyman moved to Hamden, Massachusetts, launching a college bookstore, a leasing business that he grew and sold in 1991. Far from retiring, he threw himself into civic leadership, joining the boards of Springfield College, Mass Mutual Trust Company, and others, driven by his belief that as Springfield prospers, so does surrounding communities. Whereas his impact was felt across sports, education, culture, and philanthropy. In 1994, he became part owner of the Springfield hockey team and was named Philanthropist of the Year. Lyman chaired a major community education initiative linking local colleges and industry, advised the Community Foundation of Western Mass, and served on the Springfield Business Development Corporation, Bay Bank's board, and the Business Fund for the Arts. Whereas in 1995, he co-chaired Citizens for a Better Springfield Neighborhood to explore bringing a casino to the city of Springfield. As chair of the Springfield Museums, he donated $4.3 million to create the Lyman and Marie Wood Museum of History, and with close friend Dave Starr, helped establish the Dr. Seuss Museum. Whereas in the early 2000s, his support of the YMCA exceeded over $1 million, saving the organization and earning him its highest honor, the Order of the Red Triangle Award, while mentoring CEO Steve Clay. And whereas Lyman's generosity extended to higher education, giving $100,000 to Bay Path University to launch the area's first online learning center, and another $100,000 to Western New England College for the Wood Auditorium. At Springfield College, he served as trustee, board chair, and Audit Chair, receiving an honorary doctorate alongside Senator Ted Kennedy. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Springfield City Council hereby recognizes and honors Lyman Wood and the Lyman Wood and Marie Museum of History for his continued dedication and contributions to the city of Springfield, wishing him the best in all future endeavors.
Mr. Wood, if you'd like to say a few words, we'd invite you to do so. George is just going to turn your microphone on right there.
Well, thank you very much for this. I really appreciate it. It's one thing to do things. It's also nice to have it appreciated. And I'm now in my 88th year and been doing business, doing things ever since we sold the business 30 years ago. And enjoy working in Springfield. It was a pleasure to come up here from New York City and join. What's that? Oh, get closer to the mic. Okay. Yeah. My wife tells me a lot of things, but that one was very helpful. She also helped put together and write this thing, stuff here. So anyway, it's a pleasure to be in Springfield, and I know it's one of the largest minority cities in the country. And I know that it's had its problems. It's also had all of that wonderful future. It was the first airplanes were all made here. The first weapons were all made here. The first motorcycles were all made here. Everything was here. The British sent over to this country 250 engineers for 5 years in the 1850s because we were the best at making tools, dies, and all the other types of items. So Springfield was the center. And it was a reason I came up here from New York City, took a chance on a business that was available to join with Ed Brennan and doing the bookstore. So I just tell you I appreciate it. And the one thing that was left out of that I said, don't put it in there because I'm just going to say it from the podium. One of the proudest moments was a few years ago when Mayor Sarno gave me a key to the city, and it was only the fourth key in his domain since he was elected mayor, and I helped work with him, I know, back in those days. So Springfield has been a place that I feel very strongly about, even though I come from the sticks of Hamden, live on a dead-end street. I got 2,000 acres that aren't mine next door to me. We have a pair of foxes. We have a bear that attacked our feeder just a week ago at 5'3" is the height of the bear. My wife stared him down on the back lawn. And so it's just a wonderful place, all of these things going, and I just thank you very much for being recognized.
Mr. Lyman, we'd like to invite you to come forward, please, and the rest of the councilors are join us for a quick picture behind the dais. Okay. Congratulations, Mr. Wood, and thank you for your continued service and commitment to the city. Our next proclamation is going to be presented by Councillor Walsh. This one is in honor of the Sons and Daughters of Italy, and I just want to recognize, before we get into that, I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge our colleague in government, Rose Sacamani, Register of Probates here. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for your help with the feast. Councilor Walsh.
Thank you, Mr. President. It's indeed an honor. I've been so looking forward to honoring the sons and daughter of Italy after their triumphant return to the feast. And just to let everybody know who's here, could everybody who's here for the triumphant return of the Italian feast of Our Lady of Mount Carmel stand up and be recognized? They did such a fabulous job. I'd like to call forward Sal Sarcosta, one of the principals, Rosemary, Anna Daniele, the first woman in 128 years to run the feast. Spiritual advisor, Father White, if you would all please come to the podium because you are named. And Ray, where's Ray? Ray Katuna, please join us as I read the proclamation. Whereas the Springfield City Council proudly recognizes the Italian feast of Our Lady of Mount Carmel, a beloved tradition once held annually on Winthrop Street in Springfield's historic Little Italy, a celebration that for generations brought families, neighbors, and friends together. Whereas for over a century, the feast served as a joyful cornerstone of Springfield's Italian-American life, filling the summer air with homemade food, music, devotion, and celebration. And it left for 20 years until this wonderful group brought it back. Through the efforts of the Springfield Sons and Daughter of Italy, St. Padre Pio Lodge 3013, President Salvatore Sarcosta, the historic appointment of the first woman feast president in 128 years, Anna Daniele, and countless volunteers preserving cherished traditions, the feast successfully returned in 2025, rekindling community spirit and pride. And I believe, Mr. President, over 15,000 people attended the feast. The feast spiritual foundation was renewed through the leadership of Reverend Robert White, pastor of Our Lady of Mount Carmel Parish, who presided over the annual Mass of Our Lady of Mount Carmel, and pastoral assistant who led the rosary procession. Whereas the Italian feast is more than a festival, it is a living testimony to the enduring contributions of immigrant communities, fostering cultural pride, unity, and heritage for future generations. Through time-honored cuisine, music, family activity, a wonderful Mass and procession, the return of the beloved greased pole, and the invaluable support of sponsors like Ray Catuno, as well as civic leadership from prominent Italian Americans, including Mayor Dominic Sarno and Registrar of Probate Rosemary Sacamano. And whereas the Springfield City Council extends its gratitude to all volunteers, sponsors, and civic leaders whose dedication and passion made the return of the Italian Feast of Our Lady of Mount Carmel possible, wonderful, and fun. You need a bigger street next year, symbolizing the unbreakable spirit and pride of this vibrant community. Now therefore be proclaimed that the Springfield City Council hereby honors and celebrates the return of the Italian Feast of Our Lady of Mount Carmel and commends all those who contributed to this wonderful homecoming. A proclamation in your honor, sponsored by myself, City Councilor Kateri Walsh and Brian Santinello, and all councilors. Congratulations.
Sal?
And Mr. President, I understand they might bring back the Columbus Day Parade. So
Absolutely.
it will be very successful if they run it.
Well, thank you so much, Councillor Walsh and Councillor Santinello, Councillor President Fenton, Providence College, Friar, and to all the councillors who have supported us over the years in the making of this. Special recognition to our feast president, Anna Daniele, who has been the backbone of this feast, and to Father White, who's our pastor and our spiritual guide, and also to all our volunteers. We have over 300 members currently, the Sons and Daughters of Italy, and it was through them and their hard work and dedication that we were able to make this all happen. As Councillor Walsh said, we're excited to bring back a lot of the traditions. On October 1st, we're having the flag raising with the ICC in front of City Hall. On October 4th, we're having the Taste of Italy at Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church at the gym. And on the 18th, we're bringing the 3rd annual Italian Gala. We'll be honoring some of the great Italian Americans, including Joe DeCaro of the Veterans Affairs Office here in Springfield. But most excitingly, October 12th, we're bringing back the Columbus Day Parade this year. And we're going to be honoring our great firemen and police officers and veterans at this new event where we're honoring our heroes locally. So thank you again for everyone for your support, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Sal. Any other counselors would like to speak on this? Counselor Davila?
I just want to say thank you to everybody. It was well appreciated. Thank you.
Well, I get a lot of credit for doing very little. And the credit really goes to Sal and Anna and all of those who work so hard to make this a success and to prove that you can still gather a lot of people in a small area and have a wonderful time without any violence or any problems or issues of any great significance. That's something that we should look forward to with great hope and satisfaction in the city of Springfield.
Thank you.
Counselor Davila?
I just wanted to say, oh, go ahead.
Thank you, Ms.
Oh, sorry, Rose, sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Register Sacamani. Sorry, I had my eyes off the microphone for a second.
That's okay. I just wanted to say thank you very much, and I couldn't be prouder to help support this. It's dear to my heart. The grease pole I remember back from when I was a young girl, so a tribute to all that put in the time and effort into making this a success. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd just like to add it was really wonderful being part of this team, bringing back this festival that's been absent for the city of Springfield for a long time. We had a lot of fun doing it. We had excellent cooperation from everybody in the city of Springfield, all of you folks here. And we've got a lot more to go, and we've got a lot more we're going to do for the city of Springfield. Thanks very much for having us.
Thank you, Ray. Some councilors would like to speak for a second, Councilor Walsh, before we present the proclamations and take the photo. Councilor Davila?
Thank you, Mr. President. Good evening, everybody. Mr. President, if you indulge me for a quick second so I can practice a little bit of my very extremely limited Italian, I would like to say to all of you, benvenuti nella sala del Consiglio Comunale. È un piacere avervi qui. Welcome to the City Council chambers. It is a pleasure to have you here. Mr. President, I am thrilled, as I said to Mr. Sal Costa before, when he told me that the Italian festival is coming back. It's not only a festival, but it's also a staple in the community. It is part of Springfield, and I'm so glad that you guys decided to stay in Springfield, because you guys are Springfield. I have memories when I first came here of going to the Italian festival. I never did climb the pole though. I'm not that brave, but it is absolutely a very welcoming sight. It's not only a cultural event, but also a religious event. For me, as a Catholic, it held a special meaning in my heart to see the Madonna, the Holy Mother, proudly being walked down the street, praying the Rosary. To me, as a Catholic, that was very emotional. And the economic engine that the festival does. And you guys are doing a fantastic job. Please let me know how I can support you. And again, congratulations.
Thank you, Councilor Davila. Councilor Delgado?
Thank you, Mr. President. Sorry, I was a little late, but
one second.
I want to.
Officer, would you mind shutting the door over there for me? It's not a public hearing yet, so we can close the door just for now. Go ahead.
No, I just want to, thank you to my colleagues, Councilors Walsh and Santinello for doing this. I also have fond memories when I was way younger of the events going on in the South End, but really just kudos to everybody who had a part in putting this. I know what it's like to put on events, and it's not easy. And when you went there, the line was around the block.
Oh, yeah.
You were turning people away. So kudos to you for that, for bringing back this to the city of Springfield, but also, remembering that we have a long, rich history, Italian rich history, that goes with all the immigrants that have come here. And I, just read something earlier today about the creation of the highway system and how that they went into not only into the north end where the majority were black residents and pushed many out of their homes, but was also through the south end and pushed a lot of the Italians out of their homes. So I hope that not only you celebrate the culture, but also continue to celebrate the rich history and what you've contributed not only to the city of Springfield, but to this country. So thank you for that. So
Thank you, Councilor Delgado. Councilor Santinello.
Those were great remarks by everyone. I just want to remind people that the very building we're in right now was built by the Italians. The marble on the stairways coming up to this very beautiful building here, this room, was built by the Italians from the South End. That's what created the South End in the beginning. Those artisans came here and they built it with their hands. Beautiful artwork. And I'm so proud of that tradition that you've carried on. 17,500 people in a 2-day period. That's phenomenal. Not one incident. And the food was fantastic. And I would have climbed the grease pole if somebody asked me.
Councilor Click Bruce.
First and foremost, I want to thank my colleagues for bringing this forward, Councilor Santinello and Councilor Catering Walsh. Really, I just want to say thank you to the committee and those that were all involved with this. And then, we were talking back there, and Brian, I did challenge you to the grease pole for next year. So Rosemary, make sure you set that up. Me and Brian on set, grease pole, it's on challenge.
Oh, wow. You're going to sell a lot of tickets to watch this. Councilor Allen.
I just want to say it's hard to start things the first time. I think it's even harder to bring them back after all those years, et cetera. So congratulations on being able to pull together as a united group, bringing back an event that should never have gone away, but it did, and you guys did a great job bringing it back. So that's good for all of us and great for our city of Springfield. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilor Allen. And, just speaking for myself, I can't say enough thanks to this group for having brought this event back to the city of Springfield. I spent a lot of time on Rutledge Avenue at my grandma's house in the South End growing up, and a lot of time at the feast as a kid. And to see with the precision and the detail and the professionalism that you pulled off a really complicated series of events. I mean, the social media was top notch. I had, my younger sisters were talking about the feast is coming back. I mean, they weren't really even old enough to ever really know what the feast was in the first place. All the way up to my, aunts and uncles are in their 60s and 70s are talking about the feast coming back, whether they're people who live elsewhere in Springfield or East Long Meadow, Agawam. It was executed incredibly, incredibly well, and particularly to the group of volunteers who made it happen and thought about every single little detail. It didn't go unnoticed, and I'm really hopeful that it'll help propel the event to many more years of success. So congratulations, thank you very much, and we'd invite you all to come up, everybody that's here for that group, to come up here on the dais, and we'll take a photo with you right now, please. Okay. Hey. Okay. Good evening, everybody. I know we got a lot of people to honor tonight, so I'm sorry to move it along, but we got to move it along. Yes, Counselor? What was that? We have one more proclamation, is right. So we have one more proclamation this evening. I'm going to ask the council chamber to come to order, and then we will get to our meeting where we also get to honor some very wonderful people in the community. Our last proclamation is presented in honor of Marion Webster, and it's going to be presented by Councilor Victor Davila.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good afternoon to all. This proclamation is being given to Marion Webster. Do we have representative from Webster present?
Please come forward, ma'am.
Please. Yes, good afternoon. Before I read the proclamation, Mr. President, let me tell you that a couple months ago, Councilor Brian Santinello organized a tour of the Merriam Webster location, and that was myself, Councilor Allen, and Councilor Walsh there. And what an amazing experience that was. It was literally walking into a room of wisdom. And the history that is in that room is absolutely unbelievable. And so we are giving this proclamation to Marion Webster, if you allow me, and please bear with me. And it reads, whereas the Springfield City Council is pleased to recognize and honor the history of Merriam Webster. And in 1831, brothers George and Charles Merriam opened a printing and book selling operation in Springfield, Massachusetts, which they named G&C Merriam Company, and it was renamed Merriam Webster Incorporated in 1982. It has been in continuous operation since that time. The Merriam brothers inherited the Webster legacy by purchasing the remaining copies of the 1841 edition of an American Dictionary of the English Language, which had been corrected and enlarged following the Noah Webster's death in 1843. At the same time, they also secured the rights to produce revised edition of that work. And whereas this was the beginning of publishing a tradition that has continued uninterrupted to this day at Merriam Webster, where it has developed and redefined an editorial process that relies on the objective evidence about language use, and it applies to this process to create reference products that meet rigorous standards of quality and reliability for both print and digital formats. And whereas Merriam Webster has been based in many locations throughout the city at that time, locations such as State Street and SIS Building on Main Street, and the Merrick Building at the corner of Worthington and Broadway Street, until they built a new building at 47 Federal Street, where it has remained since 1940. The backstory of this current address is the company was asked to pick a number of 31 through 49, and they chose 47 for the 1847 publication of the first Merriam edition of a Webster dictionary. And whereas all Merriam-Webster products and services are backed by the largest team of professional dictionary editors and writers in America, each month Merriam-Webster award-winning websites, apps, and social media channels offer guidance to tens of millions of visitors. And whereas Merriam-Webster has been America's leading provider of language information for more than 180 years. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Springfield City Council of Springfield hereby recognizes, honors, and celebrates Merriam Webster as its esteemed history and continued success in the city of Springfield. A proclamation sponsored today, August 18, in honor of Merriam-Webster, signed by Gladys Viola, sponsored by Councilor Brasondale, Carrie Walsh, myself, Councilor Davila, and all councilors. Congratulations.
Thank you. On behalf of Merriam-Webster, I want to thank the City Council for recognizing our organization. We truly appreciate it, and we love hosting you all this past year. It was a great honor. And as a side note and a personal note, as a lifelong resident of Springfield, I feel even more privileged to have such an iconic brand that's continuing to help millions of people understand and use language better, sitting right here in our backyard. So thank you very much.
Oh, I'm good. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
I just want to say personally that was one of the finest tours I ever took in my life. When I saw the hundreds of thousands of words that are in those files, and to become a new word, whether it's a slang word or whether it's a regular word, it has to go through Merriam-Webster, and it has to appear in the New York Times, if my memory serves me correct. Am I right?
It doesn't have to appear there, but.
Okay, I thought that's what you said. That was fantastic. I collect signatures of famous people, and most of the councilors know that. I have a Webster signature myself in my collection, and I look at it a lot. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Councilor Santinello, any other councilors in the few minutes that we have before we invite them up to take a photograph? Okay, would you mind, the representatives of Merriam-Webster, if you could please come forward, we'll take a photograph with you and then we'll get back to our regular meeting. Thank you. Okay, councilors, we're going to switch to the new meeting link now.
Recording in progress.
Am I on the right meeting link? City Council reoccurring meeting. Is that the right one, Josue? 1918, yeah. Let me try again. (1918). There we go. Okay, councilors, good evening, everybody. Today is Monday, August 18th. The time is 7:15 p.m. We're starting a little bit late today because we had some proclamations that ran over, so thank you for your patience. Tonight we have some hearings and petitions, as well as some special permit hearings under 40A. We're going to call the meeting to order. Madam Clerk, will you please start by calling the roll?
Councilor Curran.
Present.
Present, Councilor Allen.
Present.
Present, Councilor Govan.
Present.
Present Counselor Walsh.
Present.
Present Counselor Edwards.
Present.
Present Counselor Davila.
Present.
Present Counselor Brown.
Present.
Present Counselor Whitfield.
Present.
Present Counselor Delgado.
Present.
Present Counselor Santinello.
Present.
Present Counselor Click Bruce.
Present.
Present Counselor Perez.
Present.
Present Counselor Fenton.
Present. Will the council and our guests please rise for a moment of silence? Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Madam Clerk, first item, election warrant.
The first item is the election warrant for the city preliminary.
Okay, any questions from councilors? Are there any changes to the polling locations, Madam Clerk?
There are not.
Any questions from the council? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
On approval, Counselor Curran.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Allen. Yes, Counselor Govan.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Walsh.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Edwards.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Davila.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Brown.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Whitfield.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Delgado.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Santinello.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Click Bruce.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Perez.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Fenton.
Yes, more than sufficient. Item is approved. Madam Clerk, I think that needs to be circulated for signature, right? Okay, if you pass it to me first, I'll pass it around to all the councilors. Before we get to the next item, I do want to recognize and acknowledge and thank School Committee Member LaTonia Monroe-Naylor for joining us this evening. Thank you, School Committee Member, for being here with us. Happy and honored to have you in our chambers. Madam Clerk, would you please get on to item number 2?
Item 2 is an honorary street sign for Robert C. Jackson Way.
Okay. This one's a crowd pleaser. So is there anyone here to speak on behalf of this petition this evening? Good evening. Carolyn, welcome back.
Okay, I have a, oh wait, let me let them talk first. Go. I'm just trying to hurry up.
It won't be long. If you could start, please, by just telling us a little bit about the petition and maybe a little bit about the person we're here to honor this evening.
Okay, so my name is Paige Monroe. Okay, first I would like to give honor to God who's the head of my life. I give honor to my pastor, Pastor Mardi Naylor Sr., pastor of Dwelling Place Church, Blessed Life Ministry, and my leading lady, Evangelist LaTonia Monroe-Naylor, and to all the city councilors. I thank God for giving me the wisdom and understanding on how I could possibly show Cousin Cephas, AKA Robert C. Jackson, some appreciation and gratitude from the bottom of my heart. Myself, my daughters, LaTonia Monroe-Naylor, LaToya Love, LaTasha Monroe, and I know that the rest of the family and the community would also agree that he deserves to be shown some appreciation because he has done so much for us all without asking for anything in return. Cousin Cephas did something for me and my family years ago in the 90s. I don't even know if he remembers. When I think back on that situation, I'm reminded that life as I know of it right now will not be so. Excuse me. Thinking the way that I know that it could have been brings tears to my eyes. Even now, when LaTonia reminds him of campaign season, He answers her call every time. Cousin Cephas, my girls, myself, and the rest of the family and our community would like to show you some appreciation by honoring you with a street named after you. Robert C. Jackson Way. This is the least we could do. Here are your flowers while you can see them. We love you and God bless you. I would like to thank Councilor LeVar Click Bruce and Auntie Carolyn. When I called them, they were so excited about working with me to make sure that this happened. Take your time. That's it. Okay.
All right. Okay. Hi, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Carolyn Jackson. It's nice to see everybody that do know me. Where is he? Robert? Come on.
Well, I wish I would have called him.
My cousin, the man of the hour. I really don't think that I need to introduce him because everybody knows him and everybody knows what he does for each and every one of us and for the community. It is an honor to be here to stand up to honor him with a street sign. So I'm glad to be a part of it. My only hope and desire is that the street can be implemented on October 11th. That would be his mother's 99th birthday.
Okay. Yes.
Love you, too. Love you,
Can I say something?
Yeah,
Steve, would you like to say a few words, please?
Thank you. That's all I can say, thank you. All my friends, family, the council, which I know everybody here. You send out your campaign, and I make sure I contribute, so God is good. But I want to thank the council, and I want to thank my family for recognizing me for doing the things that I love doing. You know, I'm a people person, and I enjoy making people their problems less than they can do on their own, and I try to help that. The name of having a street named after you, that's down south they call that high cotton. But I want to thank you. I want to thank all the councils for and Brother Click, my nephew, for throwing my name in the hat. And also I'm honored with one of my nephews. I think he's getting a street named after him tonight. Is Ricky Wallace? Yeah, that's all his family over there, which is my family also. But I could talk all night, but I want to thank you, President Council, for allowing me to be in your presence to receive this distinguished award. And like my cousin said, I wasn't looking for no welfare. I just want to spread the love like I always do. With that, and all my family, I guess it's everybody here that's standing. That came. Some guys on the payroll, are you still working? But I want to thank you, Carolyn. I know you thought this over a year ago, and I tried to duck you, but you wouldn't allow it to happen. But here I am now. Thank you, and God bless.
See, stay right up there. Stay right there, please, see. First, Councilor Click Bruce, the primary sponsor. Councilor Click Bruce.
Thank you, Council President. First and foremost, I want to say to Mother Page, and I call her both of my mothers, Carolyn. Mother Page called me about it's a year ago. I was looking at the notes a year ago, saying she wanted to do this for Uncle C, and I said, obviously, sure, why not? But you have to do X, Y, and Z. I helped her put together the paperwork. We brought it to the Civic Association for that neighborhood. I contacted Carolyn, and then it kind of went stalled for a minute. And just being busy, those ladies stayed on me, so that way I had to stay on the administration. And And it was not for no, I think they wanted to do it, but it was some times where we had to push. And I want to say thank you, ladies, for keeping me on task and keeping the administration on task, because he deserves all his flowers while he is still here. Let's clap it up for Uncle C. See, you are epitome of being a man of stature, a man of integrity, and a man of honor. And I look up to you, not only as somebody who is powerful in this community, but you're powerful throughout this world. So I want to let you know that I truly appreciate you. I have your bio and all that stuff here, but I think everybody knows who you are, so I'm not going to go through that. You are a man that keeps on giving. So I want to let you know, man, I love you. And we're going to do it on October 11th. That's not even a question. It's going to be done on October 11th. If that's what you want, Carolyn, it's going to be done. So we'll call the mayor's office tomorrow and make sure we get it for October 11th. You let me know what time. It was going to be done. We're going to do a nice ceremony for you, Uncle C. So we're going to lay out the red carpet for you. God bless you. Thank you.
Councilor Whitfield? Councilor Whitfield?
Thank you, Mr. President. First, I want to say thank you to the ladies for staying on this brother, because we are the backbone. We just left 104-year women's suffrage movement because we are the backbone. We always got to stay on the backs to get stuff done. And you all got it done for this wonderful gentleman right here. I've known Mr. C for a very long time, since I was a little girl, and he's always been caring and giving and kind. And he gives jobs to people that others won't employ, others won't even look at. And he, without a doubt, will give people second chances. And then the other thing that I wanted to say is, you know, big turkey drives for Thanksgiving is all popular. Mr. C been doing it since I was little, and he's been doing it for years, but there are some people that don't need public recognition to do what they do, and he is one of those gentlemen. And then the final thing I'm going to say, because I know there's others that want to speak and we got to get on with the meeting, is on April 9th, I said I wanted to name something after you. And I know you guys started a year ago, but I said that to you on April 9th because I was thinking beyond the street. But we can do another naming. Like we don't have to stop with one. But I was thinking about something different that we could like name after you. And I even reached out to Scotty, your son. I said, what can we do for your dad? And he was like, yeah, we'll think of something. So that's still in the works. We're still thinking on that. And I just want to say thank you for being kind and loving and sending me pictures all the time and great messages. And sometimes when we get messages from you, you don't know what we're going through. And you'll read the message or you'll hear the song that you send us, and it'll lift your spirit in that moment. So I'm never tired of those messages. You send a lot, but I'm never tired of them. I appreciate you. I appreciate the love and support you've given me over years. Even one time, someone tried to cause that adversity between us, and I called you immediately. And you said, I know that wasn't you. I know the person that you are, and you never doubted me for a minute. And I love you, and I appreciate you, and thank you. And this is very, very well deserved. Thank you, Miss Carolyn. I love you. Thank you, Miss Carolyn. Love y'all.
Thank you, Councilor Delgado.
Thank you, Mr. President. Kudos to my colleague, Councilor LeVar Bruce, on this. Another shout out to the ladies for stepping up, Mother Page, and how I affectionately call Miss Jackson. Nice to see you, Miss Jackson. And my stepbrother, it's an inside joke, my stepbrother in the back. we know what that's about. But we're here for Mr. C. Jackson, and I've had the pleasure of knowing Mr. C. Jackson for probably almost 20 years when I started getting involved in this community stuff. And you've always been somebody who's willing to give advice to folks that are coming in that don't know what they're doing. And so I've always appreciated that. You know, you're not just, you know, a big man in stature, but also your voice. You know, you could be anywhere and you can hear C's voice, you know that's it. Hey man, how you doing? What's going on, man? That was right. But also in the work ethic and the impact that you had on this community. And I learned daily on the number of folks that you have had an impact on and have given opportunities to be able to move up and move out of their circumstances. So thank you, well deserved, and be there October 11th.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Delgado. Councilor Santinello.
Thank you, Mr. President. I've been in public life for 50 years, and I've never, ever heard one bad thing about C. Jackson. He's a man of honor, a man of dignity. This is well-deserved. Thank you.
Councilor Davila.
Thank you, Mr. President. I said Theo Jackson, Uncle Jackson. C. Congratulations on this to the ladies again for stepping up and rising this pillar of the community for recognition. I thank you for that, ladies, for doing that. C, you are truly, like I've always said, there's few people in the city that when I think of Springfield, I think of them. And you're one of those, C. You really have made a mark in the city, whether it's in business, in community engagement, instilling your wisdom in the police commission. And like Consultant Delgado was saying a little while ago, just your general wisdom to all of us. I've been the beneficiary of some of that advice. And I thank you for it because you really represent Springfield. And I thank you for everything you have done, everything you will continue to do in the city. For that, I thank you, and congratulations on this well-deserved recognition. Congratulations.
Councilor Vaughn.
Thank you, Mr. President. And C. Jackson, I have known you probably like everyone else. I've known about you. I think we just met in the last, I would say, 5 or 10 years. But I agree with what Councilor Santinello said, that I've never heard anything negative about you. And all the opportunities that you've given to a lot of people in the city, I think that speaks for itself. So I'm really glad that Mother Page and Mother Carolyn now, continue to stay on Councilor Click Bruce to make sure that this happened. And I truly, truly believe in giving people their flowers while they're here. So I'm really excited that this is happening. On October 11th, I won't be there because we're doing our food truck festival in Indian Orchard, but maybe after you guys do the street naming, you guys can come out there and have a good time. But I'm so honored. I'm gonna visit the street when it's renamed so I can make sure I take a picture with it. And I just want to, make sure that you know that we're praying for you. The messages that you send us, like Council Vice President Whitfield said, are very inspirational and timely for some reason. So I truly, truly appreciate that. Don't stop what you've been doing. I know you don't plan on it. And thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilor Vaughn. Councilor Allen.
Just a couple words to say thanks. See, you've always been a great guy to work with. I echo what Councilor Santinello said and everybody else. Thanks for your love and support for everybody in this room and in the community. It comes out, it shows every day in what you do. Thank you.
Okay, finally got the green light. Thank you, Mr. President. I also want to add my congratulations to Ray for everything he's done for the city, for the gentleman that he is, and for proving that when you want something done, ask the women. But I particularly want to recognize Ray because he was such a good friend of my late husband, Danny. They had very similar values and the same love for the city, so congratulations. Keep up your good work.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Walsh. Councilor Kern.
I see. I first got to know C. Jackson when I was the attorney for the police board about 12 years ago. And that was a board not many wanted to step up and serve, but C answered the call. And a lot of those meetings were extremely contentious, closed door meetings. And I have to say that, C was, I thought, really a star in those meetings, that he was far more logical than 80% of the lawyers that we saw from Boston and maybe 90% of the politicians that we heard at those meetings. And I just wanted to say that C really was a bridge builder and a voice of reason, and he brought a little bit of joy and humor to the task at hand. And certainly as those of us who are elected to office and we seek offices and perhaps titles like city council or school committee, I think C. Jackson has the best title of all, and I think that's community builder, because I think his whole life has been a community builder. So an honor well deserved.
Thank you, Councilor Curran. Councilor Edwards.
See, thank you very much. There's not much more I could say or add to everything that's been said today. Obviously, you're a giant among men. You've been a wonderful friend, loyal friend to me, and I'm just honored to be able to be here tonight. Anytime I've ever called you, our conversations stayed confidential. You gave me good, sage advice, and I appreciate it more than you know. I still have fond memories of our mutual friend who was taken from us too soon. But I just wanted to say thank you sincerely for how much you really mean to me. And you're an inspiration not only for myself, but for all the young men, for us to aspire to be of service to our community. So thank you for what you do, and may God bless you and your entire family. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Edwards. Councilor Brown. Councilor Brown.
Thank you, Mr. President. I definitely want to thank C for all he's done. I've been a childhood friend of his son, Scotty. So he's pretty much been a mentor to me and all of us growing up. When it comes to telling you how it is, he definitely does. Anytime you need advice, he's definitely there to listen to you, and he's not going to candy coat his response. He definitely gives good advice. I know as far as creating a lot of positive men, he's definitely been a role model to me and a lot of people around me. It's always an honor. I definitely look up to him and try to strive to it. He's, one of the people you definitely throughout your career try to strive to make sure that they're happy, saying, yes, you're doing a good job. So he's definitely like a father figure. His approval really means a lot. Definitely an icon and definitely well deserved. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilor Brown. Councilor Perez.
Thank you, Mr. President. My friend, C. Jackson, I think everything has been said. Thank you for being there. Thank you for sending me those lifted messages. I'm the Springfield Partner for Community Action for many, many years with Mr. C. Jackson. And when we felt that we were lost, he was there holding the hand and says, turn on, go on, go on. We can make it and we're gonna make it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Specifically, all this past week, all those messages that you have been sending. You are truly a people person. Thank you.
Before we proceed to the vote on this street naming, I just want to put in my 2 cents as well. See, I got to know you and meet you about 16 years ago through Henry Twiggs, and I can't really add much that hasn't already been said by my colleagues tonight, except that in my experience, C has always been a really gentle giant, a nice person to everybody that he encounters. We ran into each other a few months ago at Costco. That is a place with a lot of angry people trying to get from one place to another. C's even got a smile walking through Costco, okay? So it's my honor, it's our honor to honor you tonight, and I join in the rest of my colleagues. I know that we'd all like to be added as co-sponsors to this, and again, thank you to Councilor Click Bruce for being the primary sponsor here. Madam Clerk, with that, I would invite you to please call the roll for approval of the street name.
On approval of the street naming, Councilor Curran.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Allen.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Govan.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Walsh.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Edwards.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Davila.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Brown.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Whitfield.
Absolutely.
Yes, Councilor Delgado.
Absolutely.
Yes, Councilor Santinello.
Emphatically yes.
Yes, Councilor Click Bruce.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Perez.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Fenton.
Yes, more than sufficient. Street naming is approved. See, if you want to say a few more words, we'd invite you to.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank my cousin Carolyn and my niece Monroe for being there. And I got all my family. All my family stand up, please. All y'all stand up. Come on. I got the money man here. Jacob, you stand up. Yeah. And what you don't understand is my family is also Ricky Wallace's family. So we all here support that, and I appreciate that. Carolyn, you put one on me this time, but I appreciate it. And thank the council.
Thank you.
What's amazing is that I know everyone personally. That's what it's all about, loving people, and you love them when you're placed. And I appreciate all the things you do for the city of Springfield. We don't always agree on everything, but we end up loving each other. And that's what it's all about. I want to thank you, Mr. President, for all your nice things you say to me all the time. And I go to Costco on regular too. I'll see you next time. With that, love you.
All right, thank you, C.
That's it. You gonna take a picture? No? We good?
Excuse me?
2 minutes.
Okay, that's it. The street naming is approved. Okay, October 11th. We do have one other street naming tonight, and with the clerk and the council's indulgence, I think we should take that one out of order. Is that okay? Is there any objections to that? Okay, Madam Clerk, could you please call item number 5?
Item 5 is for an honorary street sign for Ricky Wallace.
Okay, so the next street naming is for Mr. Ricky Wallace. If Mr. Jackson's fan base is going to hang around, then we'd invite you to do that. If you're not, if you could just quietly make your way out so that we can get to the rest of the meeting, that would be terrific. Okay, so the next item is the honorary street naming for Ricky Wallace. We'd invite anyone that wishes to speak on behalf of this street renaming to please come forward. Good evening. Doing well, thank you.
My name is George Blake. People know me as Spanky. I'm here.
Good to meet you in person, George. We talked a lot via email and phone over the years.
It's true. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
I really do. I appreciate you. So I have the honor of representing my family and my best friend. Who's not with us anymore. I've known Ricky at the time of his passing for 55 years. We were best of friends. Those of you who know him know his accolades in sports. I'm not going to stand here and disrespect who he was as a man by just going to talk about what he did on the basketball court. Because he was much more than a great basketball player. He was a, some guys when they go into places, people kind of avoid them. He was the kind of gentleman, because I was with him all the time, that when we went in places, he attracted people. They wanted to speak with him and say hi to him, and he knew everybody. I used to yell at him all the time, I'm like, you talk to everybody, man, and that's what he did. And people genuinely loved him for who he was. He did work after school for our young people, transporting them safely from school to the various places, drop-offs that they had to go to. Very diligent in looking out for our young people. On the street that we're trying to get renamed, Cortlandt Street, his neighbors depended on him and relied on him. Some of them were older and by themselves, and he was always willing to assist them in anything that they may have needed. He was an avid supporter of youth sports, even coaching. When I was running a program in the city, he coached and was a great mentor. And he was a mentor to not just young people, but he was a mentor to his peers because of the way he carried himself. He wasn't like all of us. He wasn't a perfect guy. but he was a caring guy, you know, and you know what, he's probably upset, but he was a very sensitive guy too. You know, he was very, very caring, very concerned about others. I had an opportunity to spend, like I say, a lot of my life with him, and one of the things I'm most happy about is that at the time of his passing, there was no regrets. You know what I mean? And that hasn't been the case with me a lot. But me and this guy had no regrets. I certainly do miss him, but I don't wish that I could have done anything over, because we were just who we are, you know. I think that for his grandchildren, his sons, his beautiful wife, it's their 35th wedding anniversary today. So they've been married 35 years today, been together 50. I asked my cousin out here when she told me that, I'm like, when did y'all start dating? When you were 10? You know what I mean? But yeah, today's their anniversary, and it's look, I got goose, but it's just it's no coincidence that we're here, and it's about them. I think that what motivated me to and Brother LeVar, I appreciate you, as Uncle C's speakers had said, you're such a great help to me in this, and in any time I pick the phone up, man. You are amazing, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart, man to man, publicly. It means a lot, man. And so what motivated me with this was, you know, you wish you could do some things in different times. But my mom used to say, you don't pick the time picks you. And I wish I had done this sooner, but that's okay. This is gonna be super. It's gonna be for his family and his community, even bigger, his community, and his family's family. The younger ones are gonna come up and they're gonna be like, yo, that's my grandfather. That's my great-grandfather. And for our community, these things are so important because we don't do it enough. And for us to acknowledge and keep alive the memory and the legacy of those who have done so much with us and for us is so important. So I'm so grateful, and I'm so very thankful for you. I ask you to approve this. I ask you, Ms. Carolyn, my request, if you approve it, would be that we get to do it while it's still warm, so that, well, we just want everybody to be able to come out and enjoy it. You know what I mean? And, you know, it's just a request, but I you know, if it's cold and, you know, people are not going to do, but if it's possible, I would like to just do it while it's warm, so that everybody can come out and acknowledge this great man that lived in our community. So I thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Council President. So, Spanky Blake. First, I want to say, when Spanky calls, man, first of all, you got to be on your toes, because he already did his homework 5 times, 6 times, 8 times, and pretty much already know the answer before you even ask. So when he calls, I'm already on my toes, or I wait to call him back to find out what he's actually calling me for, and so that way I have an answer for him. But Spank, man, this is, I think his son is here, Isaiah. I know Isaiah. I watched him play at Savas and AIC, and just a great young man. Now he's back teaching, I believe. But I didn't know much about his father. So Spank gave me a history of his father. I heard of him, but I didn't know much. So gave me a history and about, again, he talked about the type of man he was, basketball secondary, and how he raised his family and different things. And he told me about Poopy the barber, how they're all related, which I didn't know. So it's important, and I circle back to what you said when we do these street dedications. It creates a story. Somebody might say, "Well, who is that?" And it creates it creates these conversations in our community, and we can have these opportunities to inspire someone else. So. I thank you for doing the work. Again, you asked me how the process worked. I just gave you the wherewithal what to do, and you did it. And ain't not had nothing to do with me. You did the work and you put it all together. I want to say thank you. We got one more thing that we have to do, and again, whatever you need from me to support whatever endeavor that you're trying to do, I'm here to support. And I want to thank you on behalf of the family as well that you have the foresight to do this for them, and you're not thinking about yourself. So that's what it's all about. That's what community is all about. Thank you, and God bless you and your family. Tell your wife I said hello as well.
Thank you, Councilor Click Bruce. Councilor Govan.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Spanky, for bringing this forward. I didn't know Ricky Wallace, but because Spanky Blank is standing here, I believe every word he said because Spanky is a man of his word. I've known him for a very long time. I know his wife, beautiful family. So I think that we should definitely vote in favor of this because of the great man that he was. And when we do this, posthumously, I think the family is the one that benefits. And like you said, this is history right now in the making. So I'm excited that we're doing this, that we're doing things like this, like for C. Jackson, for some of the other people that we've done, because right now, as we all know, they're in the process of erasing our history. And that's not going to happen. So now we're creating our history and we're making sure that the city of Springfield is going to memorialize this history and is going to keep it alive. So thank you, Spanky, for coming forward. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilor Govan. Councilor Whitfield.
Well, I have to speak because Spanky is family to me, but really blood family to my children. And he is a man of character. So I can only imagine that Ricky Wallace was also a man of character. I did want to highlight that both him and his son won the Lahovich Award. And so hopefully in a decent amount of time, his son will get the street naming too. We're always doing, folks that pass, older people, but we have great young people in this community that deserve to be honored and praised. And I know we just did a mural at Dunbar of young people, and I want to see more of that also. And he's obviously raised a great family, a great man of character. I wish I would have known him, but I did know Alvin Wallace, Poopy the barber, for most of my life. And he also is great character. So to the wife, happy anniversary on the many years of marriage. Not a lot. Well, there are a lot. I'm not going to say there's not a lot. There are a lot of families that make it that long, and I'm just happy that you were one of them also. And so, Spanky, thanks for bringing this forward. Just like them, when I get your call, I'm on my eggshells, like, what does Spanky want this time? But it's always something that is benefiting the community. It's always something that's great and something that we need, and I'm always going to be here for you. LeVar got a better a better relationship to get it done in this administration, but you know that I'm always here for you and I will always fight for you. All right, thank you. And please, let's all support this.
Thank you, Councilor Whitfield. Councilor Brown.
Thank you, Mr. President. I definitely would want everyone to support this. It's always a pleasure to have individuals who represent the community and really represent it the good old school ways. I know Poopy growing up with him. He's a childhood friend of mine. So I am familiar with the family. And it was days where this community and everyone raised each other. So it's definitely something that I will support and I'm definitely proud of. And thank you for your service. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilor Brown. And Councilor Edwards?
Well, Spanky, George Blake, I'm old enough and to remember when Spanky was a star athlete in the city of Springfield. I'm also old enough to remember the gentleman we're here to honor today. I also am a Tech Tiger, and I remember when we used to beat up Commerce and
All the time.
and we used to beat up Classical, and Cathedral was afraid to come to our gym. I grew up I was a Blount Park Tiger. This gentleman behind me was a Hill Jet, so we competed against each other. We're here honoring this gentleman, but the Blakes, I grew up, my first residence of the memory was on James Street, and I lived upstairs from his grandmother. So I've known that man all of my life as well. I didn't have as intimate a relationship as you did, but for him as his friend, and to be step forward, stand at this podium, and share your heart the way you did tonight in honor of him, I greatly appreciate you for doing that. And I join with my colleagues in supporting the creation of this street on Cortlandt Street, where the Barrow family was, and where I raised my children around the corner on Blunt Road. Yes, these are my memories. These are the foundational pieces in this community on which I stand. So thank you very much, George Spanky Blake, for coming forward and doing this. And you have my support and appreciation. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Edwards. Councilor Allen?
Thanks, Mr. President. Spanky, I've known you a little bit here and there over throughout the years, and your word goes a long way. You have great character, and it's great to see you here acting on behalf of your friend. I didn't know Ricky as a person, but I did know him as a basketball player, and he was a great pleasure to watch him play. So thank you for standing up for him and for fighting for him and being here to represent. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. With that, Madam Clerk, please call the roll on approval of the formal honorary street naming for Ricky Wallace.
On approval, Counselor Curran?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Allen?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Govan?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Walsh?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Edwards?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Davila?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Brown?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Whitfield?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Delgado?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Santinello?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Click Bruce?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Perez?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Fenton?
Yes, more than sufficient. Honorary street naming is approved. Okay. Council will have a 2-minute recess to allow the petitioners to clear the room. 2-minute recess. Okay, everybody. I'm going to ask the chamber to come back to order. Thank you, everyone. Okay. So this has been a really fun night so far. We got to do a lot of really nice things and honor some really good people. But the time has come to get back to work, and we're going to do it. Okay, Madam Clerk. Item number 3, please.
Item 3 is for Rochelle Street, removing the no parking sign.
Okay, is there anyone here to speak on behalf of this Rochelle Street removal of no parking sign? Good evening. First, ma'am, before you speak, we have Hector Velez, who is the representative of DPW. Hector, can you please tell us a little bit about this? We'll get to you in a second, ma'am.
Yes, hi. Rochelle, removal of no parking was requested by the residents. They sent the petition, and I think so 90% of the street signed it. That's an old regulation from 1971, was requested by the residents because of AIC. The student park all over the street. Now AIC have more parking lots of the student, and the resident requests to remove 8 to 6 no parking on the east side of Rochelle Street.
Thank you, Hector. Ma'am, if you'd like to speak on behalf of it, we'd invite you to come forward. Please state your name and address for the record.
Bernella Logan, 45 Rochelle Street.
Okay. Are you in favor or against?
I'm in favor of moving the no parking sign between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. As we stated, it was put there.
Can you please come a little closer to the microphone?
Okay, it was put there in 1971.
Yeah.
I've been on Rochelle Street most of my life, and I've always parked on the I side of the street. But early April, we started getting tickets from the parking authority. And so I proceeded with Adrian Osborne, who tried to help me, Ed Whitley. Then I was told to go to, from the parking authority, to contact Hector Velez. Mm-hmm. Hector Velez got me a petition. I went around to my residence up and down the street, got 2 pages of petitions, went to the traffic commission, 5 men were there. I think you were there, you did approve of it. Recently, maybe 3 days after the traffic commission, parking authority went and put 2 signs up. They said you had no right to. They thought I or my family had took the signs down personally. Then they went and put 2 signs up, but the south end of the street, they didn't put the signs back. They put our signs back, and it's causing stress because nobody.
I'm sorry, could you say that last part again? The signs were taken down.
The signs were taken down by the DPW.
Okay.
Because the traffic commission, 5 men voted yes. 3 days late, 3 days later, on a Monday, they were taken down. Last Wednesday, the parking authority was very upset. They went and installed their no parking signs there.
The Springfield Parking Authority?
Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, ma'am. Hector, could you respond to some of this?
He doesn't know. I've been trying to contact him.
I don't know. I'm on vacation now.
One moment, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so, ma'am.
I don't.
But Hector, thank you for joining us from vacation, by the way.
I'm sorry.
We hope you're having a good time. We'll get you out of here quickly, we promise. So the resident has stated that the signs were taken down. And did you say they've gone back up, ma'am?
By the parking authority.
Okay. And that the Springfield Parking Authority may have done that? Does that make sense to you, Hector?
I think so. It's downtown only, but
yeah,
I don't have any knowledge.
Ma'am, what I would suggest, I apologize that you've had a bad experience with the signs coming up and coming down. I think there may be a little bit of signals getting crossed. The Springfield Parking Authority doesn't have any jurisdiction. Had a bad experience coming down. A bit of parking on Rochelle. It's possible that maybe the signs were taken down prematurely before this meeting.
Yes, so that's what it was. But
what we're here to do this evening is just to determine whether or not we'll change the parking regulations as you've requested And DPW is here speaking in favor of that tonight. And I think the most important part of your testimony is that you're also in favor of that, correct?
I am.
Okay. Councilor Brown?
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to commend the constituent for all her work that she's put in to do this. This has been an issue for years. As she stated, it has been in place basically because of the college, and it's been unfair to a lot of the constituents over there. I've talked to a lot of people that were working on this, so this is something that really is needed. Sometimes what will happen is the actual parking department, they'll get called once in a while, and they'll come down personally and ticket people. So the signage is outdated, and a lot of people are unfairly ticketed over there, so it's something definitely that needs to be changed to help the people over there. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank
and
you,
I'm in
Councilor.
full support of it.
Thank you, Councilor Brown. Any other councilors on the parking change regulation? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll. Thank you, ma'am. You can take a seat, please.
Okay, thank you.
On approval, Councilor Curran. Yes, Councilor Allen.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Govan.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Walsh.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Edwards.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Davila.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Brown.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Whitfield.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Delgado.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Santinello.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Click Bruce.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Perez. Councilor Perez.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Fenton.
Yes, more than sufficient. Parking regulation change is approved. Thank you. Item number 4, Madam Clerk. Let's get Hector out of here.
Item 4 is for stop sign on Magazine Street.
Mr. Velez.
Yeah, right now, the intersection of Magazine and Lincoln is a 4-way, but they have 3 stop signs. And engineering department is recommending to make it 4-way stop intersection. It's less confusing and safer.
Anyone in opposition to adding a 4th stop sign to the 4-way stop? Okay, seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
On approval, Councilor Curran. Yes. Yes, Councilor Allen.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Govan.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Walsh.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Edwards.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Davila.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Brown.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Whitfield. Councilor Whitfield.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Delgado.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Santinello.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Click Bruce.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Perez.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Fenton.
Yes, more than sufficient. Stop sign is approved. Okay. Item number 6, Madam Clerk.
Item 6 is for a special permit for motor vehicle repair and maintenance at the property known as 879 Boston Road.
Okay. Councilors and members of the public, the council is now going to sit as a quasi-judicial permit granting authority, special permit granting authority consistent with Mass General Law, Chapter 40A, and the rules and orders of the Springfield City Council. Accordingly, all individuals wishing to speak in favor of the petition will be given up to 20 minutes to present their case. Then if there are any folks wishing to speak in opposition, you'll be given up to 20 minutes to present that opposition. If there are rebuttals, there'll be an opportunity for a 10-minute rebuttal for both sides, both the proponents and the opponents. Given the nature of these requests, people certainly do not need to feel obligated to take up all of that time, but I wanted to explain that on the front end. Okay, so is there anyone here on behalf of the petition for 879 Boston Road? Good evening, please come forward. Can state your name and address, please, for us. There's a little button there to turn the microphone on first. You'll save George some steps, okay? And just tell us a little bit about yourselves, name and address, and your request here.
Mi nombre es Jesús Miguel Rodríguez Lozada. Estoy
Speak a
ubicado a la
little
8.
closer to the microphone, sir. Thank you.
Mi nombre es Jesús Miguel Rodríguez Lozada. Estoy ubicado a la 879 Boston Road.
My name is Miguel Jesus Rosario. I'm on the 879 Boston Road.
Thank you.
¿Por qué estás pidiéndolo? Él quiere saber por qué tú estás pidiendo el permiso y qué es lo que estás pidiendo.
El permiso de... Estoy pidiendo permiso para poder instalar, o sea, prácticamente sonido en mi local. Y pues, ya por lo menos pudimos hacer todos los trámites para cumplir con las normas de Springfield. Le pusimos soundproofs, hicimos toda la remodelación para que estemos aptos para trabajar.
So we here because we were here before. There were some complaints about the noise that was made because we installed music equipment in vehicles. We make the changes that we were required. We installed soundproof paneling. The noise was reduced. Even one of the complainants is here to speak in favor of the situation. We have taken the measures that we was asked to do, and everything is better and the sound is under control. And even the complainant came to us and said, hey, thank you for doing it. We really appreciate you taking the measures, and we are at the level that we're supposed to be in that area.
Thank you. Phil, would you mind coming forward and just explaining sort of the history of this? I know this came before us before, but I don't know if we voted or what exactly happened. This is 879 Boston Road.
Yeah, they came before us, I think, back in May. I think at that point there was questions by the council about the noise issues that were brought up by the abutters, so it was continued. They came back in June, but that was the meeting that were having trouble with the sound. So all three of those special permits were continued because people couldn't hear who were on Zoom. So now we're back to finish that.
Thank you.
I think it's the first three tonight.
Thank you. And the request, Phil, to be clear, for this special permit is what exactly?
It's the installation of automotive equipment that triggers a special permit through the city council. I believe there was an automotive shop there before. I'm not sure if it was doing electric installation, but this company is specifically installing electronic equipment into cars.
And they're not doing that right now.
I'm not 100% sure. I know they were doing it and were cited, so they were going through the process of getting the special permit.
Thank you. Okay. Anything else you'd like to say, sir?
No, that will be all.
Thank you. Okay. Anyone, that'll close this portion of the hearing. Anyone wishing to speak in opposition this evening? Say again, anyone wishing to speak in opposition? Madam Clerk, can you confirm that, did we send notices to the folks from the last meeting telling them about this, the abutters?
Yes, the abutters were mailed notices. I believe that some of the abutters are present here today.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Anyone wishing to speak in opposition to this petition this evening? Please step forward. You could step forward if you'd like to speak. Just turn the mic. You got to turn the microphone on. Just press the little icon with the face. It's a little black button on the bottom. It's on the right.
Okay.
We got to get a little sign, George, that says "Press me" or something. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you guys again. I was one of the residents that had an issue because of my parents. You know, they're older and everything. But the people here, they did reduce the noise where we can't hear it anymore. My father stopped complaining about it. You know, I even went down to the store today and thanked them, personally for taking the measures of insulating the doors and and complying with everybody, at least on my behalf of the street. So I have no complaints so far.
Thank you very much. That's terrific. Thank you. Anyone else wishing to speak on this petition here this evening? You can take a seat, sir. Say again, anyone else wishing to speak? Any questions from the council for the applicant before we close the hearing? Councilor Quick-Bruce?
Thank you, Council President.
Would the petitioner please come forward again to the podium?
Yeah, I know last meeting that we had back in May, I believe it was, and I was at the Civic Association meeting for the Pine Point Council. The meeting I was at, we referred it to the next month's meeting. I forget what month that was, but I couldn't attend that one. So, Gladys, do we have a letter from the Civic Association?
The Civic Association did email us
Okay.
a letter in support.
Okay, in support. Okay. All right. So I know I contacted the two residents. One of them's here. I didn't reach out to the other gentleman. But I'm inclined to believe and hopeful that you all did what needed to be done. It's positive that you worked with the community to satisfy the needs. 'Cause that's important that we as business owners work with the community and the constituents to make sure that the quality of life is upheld. So I want to say thank you for doing that. You have the support of the Civic Association, so I'm inclined to support this. So thank you.
Thank you. Councilor Santinello?
I remember at the last meeting, Mr. President, that there was a fine line between what organization this fell under, either Pine Point or Zyda Gavan. Did you happen to, did you have? Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Ward 8, that's Ward 8, but the neighborhood council they go to is the Pine Point neighborhood.
Thanks, Zyda.
Thank you.
Counselor. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Santinello. Any other councilors have questions for the applicant? Councilor Davila?
Thank you, Mr. President. I actually have a first question to the, if I could, to the resident that spoke.
Would the abutter please come forward with the white hat? Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for being here, sir. So last time you were here, you expressed concern about the noise, and I know you just said that it's gotten better, but can you tell me a little bit more, how has it gotten better?
Okay, now we can't hear him. I mean, even the timing is changed. How you call it? My dad doesn't complain anymore about the noise, so I mean that makes me happy. Like I said, he's 83 years old, and my mom's right behind him. So just not to hear them complaining makes me happy. And even my neighbor across the street, he has no complaint. Like I said, I went to that Pine Point gathering, and the same, we talked about it and everything, and they presented what they were going to do, to insulate the store. And if they have people that go to the store and try to play their music outside, the gentleman does go outside, because I was there today. He told them, look, you got to, take that somewhere else, or, shut it down, because I have my neighbors, and, we want to get along together.
Right. So I'm going to ask some questions to the participant in a second, but from your perspective, how did it get better? What was done to make it better?
Okay, well
Because
now,
I remember last time
okay,
you
so
told me everything about this.
I live the block before diagonally, and now I cannot hear them. If you hear now all years like the cars going up and down Boston Road, but you really can't hear their the noise coming from their business.
Okay, all right, thank you. If I could, Mr. President, to the proponent, I have a quick question to the applicant.
Yes. The applicant could step forward, please. Thank you.
Jesus, right?
Yes.
Buenas noches. Good evening. So, question. I'm glad to hear that the resident is saying that it's getting better, but can you tell me what have you done to make it better?
Las paredes del negocio tenían muchos boquetitos, que eso hacía que el sonido saliera para afuera.
The walls of the business have a lot of holes, and that make that the sound go out a lot. We have repaired that.
Y también instalamos soundproof, la puerta y ventana.
And also we install soundproof panels in the doors and windows and walls.
Okay, and I remember last time we had a brief discussion about you saying that you do the work inside in your bays, but you were saying that once they leave your facility, there's nothing you could do. I did suggest back, go ahead, let you translate that. And I did suggest that perhaps you should have a signs or something to inform your customers to please not to respect the neighborhood and not to blast it onto the left, the area. Have you done anything like that?
Yes.
Okay. And you think that all those things, what you have done, have really made a contribution to the improving the quality of life of the neighborhood and your business?
Yes.
And you will continue to perform these practices moving forward?
Yes.
Okay, all right, thank you, Jesus. All right, and just to be clear, the neighborhood council did approve it, correct? Okay, all right, thank you, Mr. President, those are my questions.
Thank you, Councilor Davila. Any other councilors with questions for the applicant or the public? Councilor Govan?
I don't have a question. I just want to, I think, commend. This is a great example of what a business is supposed to be doing. I hope you can I would speak Spanish, but then nobody else would understand me. But this is a great example of how businesses should be working together with the neighbors. So I appreciate what you did. I appreciate the neighbor coming forward and the Pine Point Council listening to them. So thank you very much. I'm going to be supporting this. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Govan. Any other councilors? Okay, seeing none, that'll close the hearing. Thank you. You can take a seat. Any councilors with general comments? Councilor Edwards?
Initially, I was opposed to this applicant's operation, and I'm also, to echo what my colleague just said, the process worked. The initial concerns in terms of the abutters being impacted have been addressed, so I applaud them for going through the process. They won the support of their neighborhood council. My main concern still stands, though, and I realize it's not fair for me to vote and deny them their ability to operate because of the behavior of other people. But as I was saying earlier to Phil, the city of New York is attempting to ban these vehicles from being modified so that they can carry these type of speaker systems. Many of us living here in the city of Springfield have had our houses and our teeth and windows rattled as cars have driven by with the music so loud. There are speaker systems that are in the back of cars that are as bigger than the TV screens that are in the chamber we have now. And actually, I believe somebody in the chamber recently just mentioned one of the most recent flag raisings, which was being amplified on the steps of City Hall, still couldn't be heard because a car on Main Street was driving down the street with that type of system in their car. I will vote to support this because they have the support of the neighbors and the neighborhood council, but I would also respectfully suggest that as counselors, I can't imagine I'm the only one who gets calls from our constituents complaining about noise. And we've all had to explain to them that the police are doing the best that they can because they have to actually witness it, and then they will attempt to go and alleviate the concerns and the problem by asking them to turn it down. They'll leave, the music goes back up, they have to come back, once again hear it, and it's a whack-a-mole type of situation. I can't imagine any of us have lived in Springfield and not had to deal with people who are just rude and not good neighbors. So I will vote for this because he's gone through the process, he's done everything he needs to do. But at some point in the future, we might be giving thought to how we want to empower our police and the other enforcers of our ordinances to address sound and the violation of amplified music throughout the city of Springfield. So, thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Edwards. Any other councilors? Okay. Seeing none, Madam Clerk, the hearing's closed. Please call the roll on approval of the special permit.
On approval of the permit, Councilor Kern.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Allen. Yes, Councilor Govan.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Walsh.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Edwards.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Davila.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Brown.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Whitfield.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Delgado.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Santinello.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Click Bruce.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Perez.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Fenton.
Yes, more than sufficient. Special permit's approved. Councilor Curran on the reasons.
The site is an appropriate location for such use, structure, or condition. The use as developed will not adversely affect the neighborhood. Adequate and appropriate facilities will be provided for the proper operation of the proposed use and to incorporate the planning staff analysis into the decision at the basis of the findings.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, please call the roll on the reasons.
On approval of the reasons, Councilor Kern.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Allen.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Govan.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Walsh.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Edwards.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Davila.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Brown.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Whitfield.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Delgado.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Santinello.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Click Bruce.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Perez.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Fenton.
Yes, more than sufficient. Reasons are approved. Permit is granted. Thank you. Congratulations. It's a 20-day appeal period, and then you can pick it up from City Hall. Okay, Madam Clerk, next item, item number 7.
Item number 7 is to amend an existing special permit, used car sales granted in June 2008, amending condition number 4, which is the number of vehicles at a property known at 67 Wilbraham Road.
Okay, is there anyone here to speak this evening regarding the petition for 67 Wilbraham Road? Good evening, sirs. Please come forward, state your name and address, and tell us a little bit about your request this evening.
Orlando Alban Jr., 67 Wilbraham Road, Acme Auto, manager.
And Orlando Alban Sr., 67 Wilbraham Road, Springfield.
Okay, please tell us a little bit about your request.
We're requesting increasing the used license from 5 to 12.
Okay. Any questions from the council? Councilor Brown?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. This was something that was before us before. The petitioners was able to meet with the neighborhood council, and they are in approval with it. They were able to go over and they walked around the area. The petitioners are well known in the community. They've been around for a very long time. Alvin is actually a cathedral graduate. So he did, I do know him from school and his family. So it's definitely something where the community uses it, and they're definitely supported. So I'm in support of it. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilor Brown. Any other councilors with questions for the applicant? Councilor Davila?
Thank you, Mr. President. More of a statement. I was just given by the Albans a copy from the Old Neighborhood Council that Council Marlowe just referenced to, that they're in approval. I didn't see it in the minutes, but I want my colleagues to know that they did approve it. I did give a copy to the clerk, and they are approving increase the number of cars from 5 to 12. It was signed by Barbara Gresham, the Old Hill Neighborhood Council. Also, on a personal basis, I've known the Albans for a long time. I do feel compelled to say that they are truly trendsetters. They're from Ecuador, and they're one of the first Ecuadorians that moved to this area. How many years ago? 30, 40 years ago or so? So they've been here for a long time, and they've been good neighbors to the city of Springfield and excellent residents. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilor Davila. Any other councilors with Councilor Whitfield?
This is 67 Wilbraham Road.
67 Wilbraham Road, yes.
So I was just reading the comments from the staff, and they want to go from 5 to 10 parking spaces. I know this parking area very well. It's always congested with cars. And what the department is saying is that there would not be room for customer parking if they went from 5 to 12, and it's suggesting 10 cars be sold at the lot. Phil, did you want to?
That's not correct.
Yeah, I mean, that's the, you know, oh, sorry. As I was saying, you know, it's a long-standing business, and I have no issue with the increase. However, if they go to 12 cars, and it happens to be 12 cars that they have there, it does not leave any parking for customers. And as you know, it's on the corner of Waltham Avenue as well, where the old Westinghouse building was just rehabilitated to residential. There's very limited on-street parking. In fact, I'm not even sure there is any on-street parking on Waltham. So my recommendation that I suggested that the number be limited to 10. That would at least leave 2 spaces for customer parking. But obviously that's up to the discretion of the city council.
Thank you, Phil. I was just over there. I think this is where you get inspection stickers, right? You do inspection stickers. I was just over there and there wasn't any parking. And there was 3 cars that came up behind me. And then after that, they will be on the street. So would you be willing to do 10 cars for sale instead of 12? So there can be customer parking spaces for 2? For 2 customers that come over there? Because right now, it's really congested over there.
You are correct about being congested on the street, but in front of the building, there is room for 6 cars, and then down the side of the building, we have room for about 4 or 5 cars. The building's 5,000 square feet, and it is about 50 feet long or something to those dimensions. We gave the DPW the design and where the vehicles were gonna be aligned. And most of the 6, there's about 6 vehicles that be going on the side of the building that wouldn't affect the street.
That
And
wouldn't affect the street?
They wouldn't affect, and we would have about 6 cars in front of the building, and there's room in there for about 4 actual, like, mid-sized vehicles.
To park?
To park.
So if you have 6 vehicles in the front?
They go the long way. We could have, like, medium vehicles.
Because it always looks like a bunch of cars over there to me.
There
I
is,
have
but the
I've
way-
never seen a parking spot.
But
I've never seen a
we
parking
have them,
spot.
like, all, like, you know, they're not, like,
Maybe
arranged
they
correctly, you know?
parked within where the vehicles are being displayed, but I have not rolled by there where there wasn't a lot of vehicles parked there, and I just want to make sure that more cars aren't going to be forced to the side where you have to go get your inspection sticker and then be out in the street, because when I was over there, if I wasn't leaving, that was about to happen over there.
No, the inspections are the number one thing of that business, so we're not gonna try to hurt that. If having more than 10 cars was gonna hurt the inspection business, we wouldn't do it. You know, we prioritize the inspection.
So 6 cars on the side, 6 cars in the front. Phil, do you have that design or that they submitted so we could see what that would look like?
It's included in the, I mean, they show the 12 cars that they show that are gonna be for sale completely fill up the front. They have 8 cars in the front and 4 along the side. So I still don't see where customers are going to park if they happen to have 12 vehicles parked there for sale. It completely fills up the entire front of the building, as well as the side of the building where 4 cars are gonna be parked. I guess that's where I'm confused. I don't know where customers will park if they have 12 cars for sale.
So the design shows 4 on the side, 8 in the front. So how come you didn't produce a design that says 6 on the side and 6 in the front?
6 in the front, 6 on the side.
But the design that you submitted showed 4
We
on
got
the
room
side, 8 in
for
the
customer
front.
right in front.
Yeah, the design that you submitted with the packet
Yeah.
has 8 cars in the front, 4 cars on the side. Yeah. We're just gonna get some copies, so I'm gonna pause until we get that, Counselor, and see if anyone else wants to speak until we get that design, because I just wanna make sure that is an eyesore to me, and it's a bunch of cars over there all the time. We just wanna make sure that cars are not in the middle of the street, parking on the side of the street, because you have the motorcycle building across the street, cars parking all across over there. Then over next door, you have the little Elks Club.
Yeah,
Sometimes that's
the lodge.
congested with the lodge, yes. There's a bunch of.
But the lodge is usually open after 5 o'clock.
Yeah, after 5. And what
All
time
right?
do you close?
We close like at 6.
At 6?
So it's like an
No,
only
we
an hour.
close 5.
Well, 5, 6.
5, 6? I'm not opposed to long-term, people expanding their business. I just want to make sure it's safe for our
See the
pedestrians
car
along
here.
with our constituents in the area. I'm over in that area every day. I even get my inspection sticker there. So I gave y'all some money, and I give y'all money. But so I'm not opposed to the business. I think you got great service. I just, except my last experience wasn't that great. But other than that, the customer service wasn't that great. But other than that, I get my car inspected.
She was right here, right?
I'd just like to say, Mr. President, if there's a possibility that I could speak. My name is Andrew Cade, 18 Wildwood Avenue, Springfield, Mass. I think the original plan has been changed from 6 in front to 6 going down the side. Previously, they did not know that they could get 6 medium-sized cars on the side. So they do have 12 cars total, 6 in front and 6 going down the side. I think the reason for the increase is because they're looking for a variety of cars for their customers. 5 cars is very limited, so that's where they increased it to 12 cars.
Can you bring Phil back out one more time, please?
Yes, Phil?
Do you think the design says 4 cars? In your professional opinion, do you think 6 medium-sized cars can fit on that side?
I think it'd be tight, it might. I mean, again, it's hard to, with the plan that was submitted, it shows 4 cars getting along the side there. I'm not sure how you get 2 more in there, but I guess if they're parked very close together, you theoretically could get 6 in there. I mean, without a plan, it's kind of tough to see. Certainly 6 can easily fit in the front.
Right. And the plan was
just
modified.
The 6 down the side.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell with the plan that's submitted.
Yeah, because it goes all the way back to the rear. They used to have a snow truck that has been removed. So that accounts for at least 2 more additional cars. So
well,
4 plus 2.
If the fencing along the side, it shows there's a fence that kind of cuts 3/4 of the building. If that,
There's no fencing.
okay, well then
The fencing is in the back, in the rear.
So this is it, right?
Yeah, that's the front.
Okay.
Yep.
And this is the side.
Down that side, you can get 6 cars.
So down this side is 3 cars right here. I don't even see where to fit a 4th.
Oh, you can get 6 cars down there, all the way to the back of the building.
So you talking about where this van is?
I can't see your picture
That's
that well.
this is one parking spot where this van is. Back behind that van is no more room.
You see that truck that's back there?
Yeah.
That's a huge
Is that
truck.
gonna be
That's
parking spots right
that's
there?
gone. That's gone.
If I may, Councilor Whitfield?
Yeah.
Mr. Caden, to the petitioners, it's been said a few times that there's an update to this plan. Do you have a plan that shows that updated configuration of the vehicles?
I don't think you do, right?
We don't know.
We don't have that.
Okay. So we do have some other councilors who want to speak. I'll go back to Councilor Whitfield in a second, but when we approve these permits, we approve them also conditional upon the plan.
I got
So
you.
if the plan isn't reflecting the current proposal, then the council may want to entertain continuing until such time as the plan could be updated to reflect exactly what you're proposing. Councilor Whitfield?
Yes, I would like to make a motion to continue, only because when I'm looking at the street view right here on the phone, and I look to the back, it looks like there's a fence back there. I would like the opportunity to go drive over there and look at it myself, because just looking at the vehicles that they have along the side is 3, and everybody can pull this up on their phone. And then there's another car behind it, and then there's a truck that's kind of off to the side that I'm not sure would be part of the parking. And so we need something that we're gonna vote on that's gonna reflect what it really is. So I would like to make a motion to continue until we get an updated plan that reflects what we're voting on. Otherwise, we're voting on something that we don't have real information on. Thank you, Mr.
Okay,
President.
there's a motion on the floor to continue. Is there a second to that motion? Seconded by Councilor Allen. Councilor Brown has his hand up in the queue. Councilor Brown?
Thank you, Mr. President. Once again, I kind of, this has been something that we've been dealing with for over probably about a year. What happens is that the city, unbeknownst to the actual petitioner, we had agreed to move signage for the actual petitioner. So when you see some of that traffic, it's based on signage that was supposed to be moved. So they put an actual no parking sign right in front of their garage doorway, where it shouldn't be that. I've been petitioning the city to move it for probably over it seems like almost a year, and they have not moved it yet. So Chris had told me to send him an email, so I got to get an email out to Chris. But it's still just because of some of the signage in front that that we as a city, we put it in the wrong place. And then as far as the actual neighborhood council and the members, they went down there not long ago and walked the area and was given a visual presentation, and they unanimously supported it. I've walked down there numerous times and I've seen the area. And it really, when you're talking about car dealers, you don't have to have it like a space between the cars like that. You can kind of snug them up tight because you're only moving them when they're being test driven. And a lot of times with the actual vehicles that he's looking to do, he's looking to get more like a high-end things that, you know, that offer a better, different variety. I wouldn't say better, but different variety. So I know the actual parking, there's more than ample parking in the area. I know where the Knox building is. There's parking all along up in there. There's parking actually on the street right there. There's a business right there that people can park at. So there's more than enough parking for any customers. It would be, like I said, it'd be way more than enough parking. That definitely wouldn't be an issue. But like I said, it's supported by the neighborhood. The neighborhood council personally walked it and were given a presentation. They've talked to the neighborhood council more than once, and they unanimously support it, and I also support it. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Brown. There is a motion on the floor to continue, properly seconded. Councilor Davila.
Thank you, Mr. President. A couple observations, just kind of reference what Councilor Malo just said. We had already postponed this, that I'm aware of at least once, about a month and a half ago, maybe even 2 months ago or so. And that's a very good point, the issue of the parking. And I just want to ask a clarifying question to the proponent. On Waltham Street, there's parking on the side there, correct? People could park on Waltham Street. That's for the proponents, applicants.
The applicant's question.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to park on Waltham Street in front of your business?
Yes.
Okay. And I see here, I'm looking at the map here, right behind your location, I see a large amount of land there that goes all the way back, what appears to be parking lot for the Knox building on Waltham Street. Is that your land, strip land? Does that belong to you?
Part of that is.
Okay.
Right behind the building? Yes.
Okay. And
So the matter about the parking, I mean, it's not a grocery store where people stay there for 2 or 3 hours. Someone comes, they call, you make an appointment, you bring the vehicle, you leave the vehicle, you bring it into the shop, and then when it's done, they come and pick it up. They're not in there shopping for like 30, 40 minutes.
No, I understand that, Mr. Alban, but I'm saying, because it was raised the issue of parking. And so I want to clarify that you could park on Waltham Street, on the street, so there's street parking, that people could go park and look at the vehicles that you have for sale, is that correct?
Yes.
Or there's something that could be done at your discretion in which that back parking lot could be used for parking.
Correct.
Okay, so that takes care of the parking issue itself, correct? Potentially.
Yes.
Now, with regards to the arrangements, I could see why they could be a little crowded. But again, just look into the GPS system here. So you're saying you're gonna put 8 in the front and 4 in the side there?
With 6 and 6.
Oh, 6, I'm sorry.
6 and 6.
Okay, and so.
Well, if you look at the design right there, if you have that picture that you're looking at,
Yeah,
the design shows 4 cars right behind that car that that white car that
On
you
the
have
side
right
here.
next to, yes.
So you're
So
gonna put
2
6
cars
cars.
fit right there and then it'll go straight back.
so, right, so starting from
So that would
where-
be 1, there'd be 2, and then there's the 4 additional that are in the design.
So you're gonna put 4 on the side, 8 in the front. Correct? Okay. Okay. All right. So again, the issue with the parking will be resolved with people parking on Waltham Street, on street parking. And although it will be a little crowded on the property itself, you still be able to safely conduct business. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Alban. Mr. President, I also believe that this was supported by the neighborhood council. Being consistent is something that if they approve it, then it's good enough for me. So I will be voting in favor of this.
Thank you, Councilor Davila. Again, there is a motion to continue on the floor. So if councilors have any points on the motion, Councilor Walsh?
Yes, following what my colleague just said, that and what Councilor Brown said, that the neighborhood council has vetted this and supported this. I want to support the decision of the neighborhood council, so I'm not going to support the motion to the committee.
Thank you. Any other councilors? Councilor Whitfield?
I'm not opposed to this business expanding their business whatsoever, but I'm also listening to what our city department think is best. There's 5 people that go to the neighborhood council meeting. That doesn't represent the whole neighborhood council. I do want to say that verbally, and I am, because I have been, and it's 5 people. But I just want to know if the parking lot in the back, is that your parking space that Councilor Davila mentioned? Is that your parking lot in the back of your building? Across from the Knox building? Is that your parking lot in the back?
Part of that is, not all of it.
Part of it?
Part of it, like half of it.
Like half is yours? How many cars can you fit back there?
And it's about like what, 2,500 square feet, so vehicle occupies about 50 square feet, so maybe like 10.
Phil, is that accurate? Is that parking lot half and half?
According to the city's GIS, that is not owned by the petitioner, that vacant lot behind the building. It's owned by actually Mass Career Development Institute is the owner of that property.
So MCDI?
MCDI it's actually the buildings along Wilbraham Avenue. That's the rear of those 2 buildings that are owned by MCDI. So that is not the property of the petitioner, so they cannot use that for parking.
They may use it for parking illegally,
well, yeah, but
they're not supposed to. And then when we
also
talked
not
about
paid.
parking on the side of the building,
I don't believe there's on-street parking on that side.
it says
of
no
Waltham
parking.
Avenue.
I just was over there, and it has no parking signs all along the side of Waltham Street. There's no parking signs up and down the street, and it's clearly on the map on the phone. So that also is not parking. And so if you're selling cars and people are stopping in to look at your vehicles, they need to have a parking spot on your premises to be able to park and come look at your vehicles. I'm not talking about the vehicles that's coming for maintenance in your shop. I'm talking about customers, because you want to expand your sales, right? You want to expand your base. Where are your customers going to park? Right in front of the office with 8 cars that's jam-packed right there? Because we're voting, hold on, Andrew.
Okay.
We're voting based on what you submitted. This is what we should be going by. Now you're changing it and saying it's going to be 6 and 6, but that's not what you submitted. And it is our responsibility to vote with the accuracy of what was presented. And so if you're going to park 6 cars on the side, we need to see a drawing of that. You can't take parking that don't belong to you and say, yes, that's ours and you can park there. You can't say there's parking on the side of the street that clearly has no parking signs. That's illegal. We cannot do that. And so right now, to me, that's false testimony to get what you want just because it's presented by another city councilor. It's still inaccurate information, and it would do you justice to tell the truth and not go along to get along with me. Okay? I don't like that.
We're not
I like facts and I like truth. Andrew, let me speak to
All
the
right, go ahead.
petitioner, please. I like fact and I like truth. And so when the truth starts getting muddled, I don't like that. That's not something that I can vote for. Whatever other city councilors on this chamber do is up to them. Everybody got to vote their conscience, but we need to be telling the truth in this chamber.
You can go by my place and we can show you.
I would love to do that. I just want to continue it one more time.
You can.
I would love to do that and see it because I actually go there and get my inspection sticker.
Right.
So I support you guys.
But we don't touch
I
that
support
side.
you.
We
And
don't touch that side.
all Phil is saying is 10 cars instead of 12 for sale. That's all he's saying. What's 2 more cars? You have parking, you know? That's all he's saying, to just reduce it a little bit, right? It's not, I don't know, it could be a big deal to you, but if you want to continue it one more time, we can go look at it and see, or we can continue it, or we can vote tonight. I just can't support it the way it is, because it's not, first of all, there were lies told. Second of all, I go there quite often, it's really congested to me. And I would just like to see the real design on what we're voting on, and that's not what you presented.
Thank you, Councilor Whitfield. Councilor Curran?
I will support Councilor Whitfield's motion. It's simply because the map before us is not reflecting of what is being presented. But just as a larger issue for the city council, maybe going forward next term, again, several times, and that's not what I see here tonight, but petitioners come before the council, and sometimes the facts are a little bit fuzzy, and sometimes the facts are not a little bit accurate, but we have to vote on those facts. So that's all that I'm hearing from Councilor Whitfield, is that she just wants this map to reflect what is being presented. So I don't think it's that major of a deal that we just continue it to the next hearing. We can just straighten out this issue, and I look forward to supporting this as well, but I think we just need to move this to the next hearing. So I do second your motion, and if you want to call the question.
Call the question.
Okay, Councilor Allen?
I'd like to call a question.
Okay, there's a motion to call the question. So it's a motion to call the question on the motion to continue. So Madam Clerk, please call the roll on the motion to call the question. 9 votes are required. If we get 9 votes, then we'll halt all debate and we'll go right to Councilor Whitfield's motion to continue.
On the motion to call the question, Councilor Curran.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Allen.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Govan.
Point of order, what am I voting on?
This is on the motion to call the question. So if we vote yes, it will
Yes.
halt debate and we'll go right to the vote on Councilor Whitfield's motion.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Walsh.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Edwards.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Davila.
No.
No, Councilor Brown.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Whitfield.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Delgado.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Santinello.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Click Bruce. Away, Councilor Perez. Councilor Perez.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Fenton.
Yes, more insufficient. Motion to call the question passes. Okay, now the clerk will, without further debate, call the roll on Councilor Whitfield's motion to continue the matter to our next hearings meeting while leaving the hearing open. And that meeting would be, we have to state the date certain, the meeting would be on a Tuesday because September 22nd, Monday is Big E Day, Springfield Big E Day. So it would be Tuesday, September 23rd. Motion to continue to that date. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
On the motion to continue, Councilor Curran.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Allen.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Govan.
No.
No, Councilor Walsh.
No.
No, Councilor Edwards.
No.
No, Councilor Davila.
No.
No, Councilor Brown.
No.
No, Counselor Whitfield.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Delgado.
No.
No, Counselor Santinello.
No.
No, Counselor Click Bruce. And no, Counselor Perez.
No.
No, Counselor Fenton.
Yes, less than sufficient. Motion fails. Okay, counselor, so we're back now in the hearing. The hearing is open. The petitioners have presented their case. We have yet to determine if there are any opponents. We have yet to get to that portion of the hearing. So are there any counselors who feel pressing need to speak to the applicants right now, or can we wait until Counselor Davila?
Thank you, Mr. President. So I do think that the issue of parking is a very legitimate, absolutely critical issue. And I just want to be crystal clear to the applicants. You are modifying this plan that you suggested, that you submitted. It shows 8 in the front and 4 in the side, to 6 in the front and 6 in the back, in the side, correct? Yes. And so that would allow for people to park in the front, correct?
Can you put the microphone on, please, sir? Thank you.
Speak into the microphone.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, and so how many parking space for visitors are you gonna be creating? Roughly?
4.
4, okay. So you're gonna have 4 parking spots there, correct? For visitors that are gonna come in to look at your the cars you wanna sell, correct?
Yes.
Okay, because otherwise people just drop off the car, they make an appointment, they drop it off, and they come back and get it later.
Correct.
Or they could make a line for the inspection ticker and hopefully they will pass, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And so again, Mr. President, to me, there's a little bit of confusion there, but I'm glad that we were able to air it out. Again, it seems to me that all neighborhood council is okay with it. They approve it. I realize that, you're not gonna have the neighborhood there, but they are who they are. So I'm still gonna be voting in favor of this. Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor Davila. Counselor Whitfield?
I just have a question for the legal team, because I want to know, do we vote on what's presented or do we vote on what was said? Because if we can vote on what was said and they're going to they're going to modify their plan, then I'm not opposed to that. Like I said, I'm not opposed to this business in any way. I actually patron this business. I give them my money. So can we do that, or do we have to vote on what is presented to us?
Well, I'm not the legal team, but with your
yes.
permission, I'd be happy to weigh in. The condition number 3 on the proposed application states the use shall be developed in accordance with the attached site plan, with the additions of the conditions 4 and 5. So
repeat that one more time.
So condition number 3 of the approval, if we approve this tonight, says the use shall be developed in accordance with the attached site plan. So that relies on the plan that was submitted to be a part of the approval.
So it is our responsibility to vote on what is presented based on what number 3 says.
I mean,
the site plan that's presented.
Yes, we could amend that motion. There could be a motion to amend that condition, rather. There could be a motion to amend it to replace it with another plan, or to have no plan at all, but that would be unusual.
And that is my problem. Like, we have a legal responsibility to our constituents to do the right thing, and because people like the business, because the neighborhood council said, I like the business. I want to say, I like your business. I go to your business. I like your business. But we have a responsibility to vote on what is presented to us, and to make an exception because we like the business or the neighborhood council voted in favor or in support of is not what we're supposed to be doing as a council. We're supposed to be voting on what is presented to us or make an amendment. I'm not even opposed to an amendment. I'm just not going to make an amendment, but I'm not opposed to that if someone else wants to do it. But for me, and I don't want you guys to feel a certain kind of way, I have to vote with what was presented. And to me, that's not enough parking as presented, so I can't support it.
Thank you, Counselor Whitfield. Counselor Brown.
Thank you, Mr. President. I was going to say, would it be possible for me to move to amend to put 6 in the front and 6 on the side?
Do that. You could make a motion to amend. You can make a motion to amend condition number 3 to reflect that the use shall be developed with 6 parking spaces on the side and 6 in the front. You could do that.
So move. So move. I'd like to
Second.
make the motion.
Motion made by Counselor Brown, seconded by Counselor Edwards. Hearing is still open. That is a motion to amend the conditions, but we're still in the hearing and we haven't given an opportunity yet to see if there's anybody in opposition yet tonight. So are there any other questions for the applicant while we still have them up here? Okay. Seeing none, that closes this portion of the hearing. Thank you very much. You can take a seat for now. Is there anyone here or remotely that would wish to speak in opposition to this petition this evening? Say again, anyone wishing to speak in opposition to this petition? Okay. Seeing none, that closes this portion of the hearing. Before we close the hearing entirely, are there any questions from the council for the applicant? We do have a motion on the floor to amend condition number 3 to reflect 3 parking spaces on the side and 3 in the front. Any questions from the council for the applicant?
It's not a question. I just want to ask that we get an updated drawing, that even if we pass it, the amendment, we still get an updated drawing for the file that shows where they're going to be parked. Because just looking at it from the street view, from what I can see, it doesn't look like it'll fit. So I just would like this in the record, showing an updated drawing.
Okay, is that more of a question for the applicant? To
Yes.
respond to?
Would you be able to do that?
Would the applicant, please step forward again, sir?
So there is an amendment to do what you said, put the 6 here and the 6 here? Yeah. Can you send us an updated drawing to reflect that? Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Councilor Whitfield. Madam Clerk, there's a motion on the floor made by Councilor Brown, seconded by Councilor Edwards. Motion is to amend condition number 3 to reflect that the use as developed shall provide for 6 parking spaces on the side of the building and 6 parking spaces in the front. Madam Clerk, please call the roll on the motion.
On the motion to amend condition number 3, Counselor Curran?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Allen? Yes, Counselor Govan?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Walsh?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Edwards?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Davila?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Brown?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Whitfield?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Delgado?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Santinello?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Click Bruce?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Perez?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Fenton?
Yes, more than sufficient. Amendment passes. Okay, any more questions from the council for the applicant before we close the hearing? Okay, seeing none, that will close the public hearing. Madam Clerk, please call the roll on approval of the special permit as amended.
On approval as amended, Counselor Curran?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Allen? Yes, Counselor Govan?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Walsh?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Edwards?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Davila?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Brown? Counselor Brown?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Whitfield?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Delgado?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Santinello?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Click Bruce?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Perez?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Fenton?
No, more than sufficient. Councilor Curran on the reasons.
The specific site is an appropriate location for such a use, structure, or condition. The use as developed will not adversely affect the neighborhood. Adequate and appropriate facilities will be provided for the proper operation of the proposed use to incorporate planning staff analysis into the decision at the basis of the findings.
Okay, Madam Clerk, roll call on the reasons, please.
On the reasons, Counselor Curran?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Allen? Yes, Counselor Govan?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Walsh?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Edwards?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Davila?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Brown?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Whitfield?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Delgado?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Santinello?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Click Bruce?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Perez?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Fenton?
Yes, more than sufficient. Permit is approved. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Okay, next item, Madam Clerk, item number 8.
Item 8 is for a special permit to operate an indoor place of amusement, a pinball club at the property known as 34 Front Street.
Okay, anyone here to speak this evening on behalf of the application for 34 Front Street? Okay, say again, anyone here to speak on behalf of the petition for 34 Front Street, indoor place of amusement, pinball club? Going once, going twice. Is there a motion to continue? Councilor Allen? You put your microphone on, please.
Phil said to me before, I think it was on this one, that we have to take action on it tonight, or it's gonna expire.
Mr. Dromey?
Well, I'm not sure what to tell you. I was assuming they were going to be here tonight. I mean, obviously, you can't vote on it if they're not.
They're not here,
No,
okay.
she was concerned last time, the owner, when it got tabled, that she may lose her lease, but the owner agreed to continue it until they came back. So I don't know where they are tonight, but it is what it is.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Dromey. Councilor Govan, then Councilor Davila.
Yes, yeah, is it Betsy Medina who should be here? Or Amy?
Petitioner is Honoree LLC by Betsy Medina and Evro Inc. by Amy McDonough.
Okay, because I thought that they might be here because they have been having conversations with our office staff out in Indian Orchard about the possibility of collaborating. So I'm not sure what happened, and I don't know if there's any way that we can allow, because I thought that this is the second one, right? The second hearing?
I think this was one of the ones at the last hearing that we had to continue due to technical difficulties.
Okay, so I'm not sure what happened, but I was hoping, because the kids in Indian Orchard are very excited about the possibility of having a place like this. But thank you, Mr. President.
Would anybody happen to have contact information for the applicant? Could we try to call them? And
Let me ask Jack. I have the office number. Let me ask my office manager.
Okay, so what I would... Unfortunately, we weren't able to hear from... There were a lot of people here, but we weren't able to hear from any of them because we couldn't open the meeting. So they may have been here, but I wouldn't know. No, but they would have received the notice tonight. Not being here tonight would be their fault. Councilor Davila? Your microphone, please.
Yeah, I was just going to speak to that, Mr. President, just to make sure that they were properly notified that they were supposed to be here today.
Madam Clerk,
that would be the
could you
clerk
speak to the
or
notices?
Phil?
All petitioners were notified, re-notified, and all abutters were re-notified as well.
Okay, thank you, Madam Clerk. And I believe I heard maybe while the councilor said that something about time expiring for this. Did I hear correct, or are we in time constraint here, or?
We don't have any, no, we don't have any, there may be pressure from the applicant, but we don't have any legal obligation to approve it tonight.
Okay, all right, then we can.
I mean, Phil, is this just to approve an indoor pinball use? I mean, it's up to the council. We can approve it. There is a public hearing. It would be not customary, but if it's not controversial and the neighbors in favor of it and understand it, you could approve it.
I don't know, because I don't know about the hiring. I don't know about the parking. There's other questions related to it than just being a pinball site that the petitioner is not here to answer. And so the hours of operation is a whole bunch of questions that we don't know about that we normally ask in special permit hearings.
Councilor Edwards?
Is it a problem with it just being continued to the next meeting then?
Yes, we can do
Keep it
that.
up,
We have
keep
to set a date certain.
Which set the date for the next
But
meeting
that-
and put it on
but
that
that-
agenda.
The next available hearings meeting.
And then we can respectfully ask that my colleague reach out personally or through her channels to make sure that they're aware and all the yeah, that's all. It shouldn't be complicated, just put it.
Okay.
That seems appropriate.
Okay, so is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion to continue?
To continue.
Okay, because a motion to continue to our next hearings meeting scheduled for Tuesday, September 23rd. Councilor Whitfield? I think what Mr. Dromey was referring to is she may have some private contractual issues that are putting pressure, but the council's not under any constraint for deadlines. We have 90 days from the close of the hearing. We haven't even opened it yet. So, any other counselors? Okay. Motion made by, I forget who, Counselor Edwards, seconded by Counselor Walsh, to continue to September 23rd, Tuesday. Madam Clerk, please call the roll on the motion to continue.
On continuing the item, Counselor Curran?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Allen? Yes, Counselor Govan?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Walsh? Yes, Counselor Edwards?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Davila?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Brown?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Whitfield?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Delgado?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Santinello?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Click Bruce? Yes, Counselor Perez?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Fenton?
Yes, more than sufficient. Item is continued. Next item, Madam Clerk.
Item 9 is to amend an existing special permit recycling center / junkyard granted February 2007 and allowing a change in petitioner at the address known as 64 Napier Street.
Okay, counselors, I need to recuse myself from this. I have served as counsel to the landlord and property owner. There's capable counsel here tonight, but I nevertheless need to recuse myself. So I'm going to invite the capable vice president to come up and conduct this hearing, and I will see you all at the next meeting. Have a good night. The clerk, we are very, very capable hands.
I got
The clerk, you got the rules right here.
Got the rules.
Yeah, you're all set.
Got the rules. Okay.
Knock them down.
Okay. Thanks, Counselor Govan. All right, so Vice President Tracy Whitfield, serving as president for this special permit. And so you heard the rules previously, 20 minutes for the petitioner, 20 minutes for the opponents. If there's any rebuttal, 10 minutes apiece for the petitioner and the opponent. And we will, I see a counselor.
Continue, Madam President.
Yes, I grant you the floor.
I'd like to make a motion to continue this matter to the next hearings meeting in about 30 days. This is a matter about a change of a scrapyard near Albany Street and change in petitioner. And I make this motion simply just based on the events of the last week. We had a major fire up at CJ Salvage Yard up in Indian Orchard. It was like a 12-alarm blaze. It went on for 24 hours. Part of the reason why we're having blazes like that is electric car batteries and whatnot. And I'd just like to hear from Commissioner Calvi, our fire commissioner, on this. We're lucky to have him here. I learned recently in the last 2 years that he's actually an expert in hazardous fire materials. And I don't really see a problem going forward in granting this petition. It seems like a pretty standard petition. But in light of that fire that went on for 24 hours, the fact that there was a potential of evacuating large sections of the Indian Orchard neighborhood, and the fact that the investigation from the state and local EPA is ongoing, I'd just like to hear a little bit more about the safety of these salvage yards and what our plan of action going forward is for these salvage yards. I live 2 minutes away from this particular yard, and it's a pretty large residential area, at least in the lower Liberty Heights section. So I would need a second to continue this for 30 days, but if so.
I'll second.
Okay, one moment, just for clarification, I think this is just a motion to change the petitioner from what I'm reading. Is that accurate, Madam Clerk?
Counselor, yes, it is.
So it's not going from something to something else, we're just changing the petitioner. But there is a second, Counselor Davila?
Thank you, Madam President. I can relate to Councilor Curran's concerns, and I do think they're very valid and serious concerns. God forbid we have a tragedy. And so, in all fairness, the petitioners who are sitting right behind me have been waiting all night to present. And I think at the very least, we should give them the opportunity to present. And then if the council chooses to continue it, then we could do so. We got 90 days after the hearing is open, so it's not like we have a lot of pressure on us. So we should at least let them present. Maybe they can speak to Councilor Curran's concern, which I think is very worthy and very good point. But we should let them present. We should give them the benefit of the doubt. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Thank you, Councilor
Madam,
Davila. I'm
Madam
sorry.
Chair, I
Yes.
have my raised.
Oh, I'm
Um,
sorry. One moment, Councilor Perez, because we go to the people that's in the chamber first, and then I'll circle right back to you. And Councilor Santinello raised his hand. You did, but if you don't have anything, okay, never mind. Councilor Perez.
yeah, I
I'm
just want to
sorry.
inform.
Okay, go ahead, Councilor Perez.
Thank you so much. I just want to inform for purpose of information that the petitioners did meet with the Lower Liberty, although they have not sent a letter. They went through all those precautions. I do want to hear from them as well. But they did went through the Lower Liberty, and some of the issues that were presented there at the meeting on the 12th of August was the safety plan. So yes, I'm going to give the floor to them, but I wanted to inform you that that was discussed in the Lower Liberty. And after discussing, they're going to send a letter, which I had spoken to Gladys Rivera, the president of Lower Liberty, but they were, after discussing the safety plan and the hiring and all the above, they were approving it. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Perez. Councilor Govan.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So I just do want to make a clarification that the fire in Indian Orchard was not CJ's, it's the Chet's, the, the, the used car parts place over there, so that did catch on fire. So then when I did see this and I didn't realize it was just a change in petitioner, so they're not doing anything different. But I think in light of that fire in Indian Orchard, I think I'm hoping that Commissioner Calvi is going to be extra careful about situations like this, because we don't want that to happen again, for sure. So I would like to hear from the petitioner if possible, because it is just a change in petition and not necessarily a change of what's happening there. And if how long they've been doing business, I'd like to hear that. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Govan. Councilor Curran.
Thank you. My point of just moving it for 30 days is to hear from Commissioner Calvi. My point really is, rather than the petitioner get into a 20-minute argument in favor of this, which I think in the end is going to probably we'll get the approval of the council. I would like to hear from Commissioner Calvi in light of the fire. I mean, that was a pretty extensive fire. It's pretty much like something that we haven't seen here since maybe the chlorine fire almost. So I don't think waiting 30 days would be that burdensome on the petitioner. What I don't want to do is get into a 25-minute debate on this change of name and then have the thing move. So if we could just, again, typically this is pretty common that we could just move it for 30 days. I hope it's not it's too much of a burden on the petitioner, but I'm just asking that in light of the fire. I'd just like to hear from Commissioner Calvi and hear more about the safety plan. But other than that, I mean, I know this business has been there for years. It has been a good neighbor here in Springfield. So I believe the question was seconded. So
it was seconded. On the motion, Councilor Edwards.
In respect to what my colleague's suggesting, it's a legitimate concern for us to be able to hear from Commissioner Calvi. Perhaps we can just move, because it is just a transfer of name. It's not a change in operation. So perhaps one of the chairs of a committee would invite Commissioner Calvi and the appropriate authorities, as well as the owner of the property that actually had the fire, to come and be able to ask questions about that. This has nothing to do with the operation. It's just a legal transfer of name. But his concerns are correct and appropriate. It's just that Calvi's not here, and this gentleman probably can't speak to what happened at another person's property. So would that satisfy or suffice? It's just a suggestion. That's all.
I appreciate the suggestion, but to wrap it up in a bow, I mean, I would rather just have Calvi address the council and then we vote on it. And I know it's a change, but we are making a change here. So before we make the change, I'd like to hear from the commissioner based on, I mean, it is a scrap yard. It's almost the exact same situation we had over at Indian Orchard, that we're doing our due diligence. I'm just asking for that 30 days.
Well, and I'm not going to debate or argue. I just,
Yeah.
I think I made comment the last time we had a meeting, or I made reference to the fact it's not a pleasant to come before the city council, and these gentlemen have been here for 2.5 hours now. You have to be recognized, but well, I mean, it's just a, that's what I'm saying. I'm not.
To allow the petitioners to speak because they have been here for a very long time, and we do want to hear from you. It's still on the motion because we have not closed the motion, but we'll allow you a few moments to speak. Thank you. Oh, did you raise your hand?
I said, I don't think he can speak while the motion is on the floor.
Unless it's on the motion, right?
I think it's time to vote on the motion first.
Counselor Attorney Shea, can I just get an opinion? So there's a motion on the floor to continue the hearing. However, I want to allow the petitioners to speak.
Okay.
Do we have to dispose of the motion on the floor first, or would they be allowed to
Well, the
speak?
motion is to continue.
Yes.
So if you allow that motion to continue, then the thing would be moved and they wouldn't be able to speak. So I would think you should allow them to speak. Are they speaking to the motion or to the issue?
Reiterate.
I'm sorry?
Reiterate in the mic, please.
I guess my question was, are you going to speak to the motion or are you going to speak to the issue? Who am I speaking to? Okay, you can speak to the motion.
Yeah.
You have a motion on the floor.
Yes.
If someone wants to speak to the motion, it's up to you whether or not.
Madam President.
Motion comes.
One moment, counselors. Give me a minute. So what I was advised, legal advice, was as the president, it's up to me who can speak to the motion. As the president, I'm going to allow the petitioners to speak on the motion. If it's backlash, it will be on me as the president of the council, acting president right now. So I'm going to allow the petitioners, not 20 minutes, not 20, but maybe like 4 or 5 minutes to speak on the motion.
Thank you very much. Good evening. My name's James Martin. I'm an attorney at Pullman & Comley, downtown Springfield here, and I've been here for decades. Privileged here tonight to be representing 2 venerable families who have been in the recycling business. The current petitioner is the Sachs family has been in business for nearly 50 years. My client has been in, which is Iron Bar 1, which is the Albert family, has been in business for over 130 years. It's a passing of the torch to my clients, the Albert family, from the Sachs family. They sought them out. The Sachs family is the gold standard of recycling in New England, and there couldn't be anything more different than the Chet fire, than the operations that are run over on Napier Street. This is metal recycling. There's no fluids, there's no flammables, and this is important for these families. This is a transition that's been waiting to happen. There is, on the mark, on the go, there are equipment and deliverables that would come to the site. I'll wait till you're not being distracted. Okay. And the importance of this is that there are people ready to be hired to go to work there, businesses ready to start, and there is absolutely no correlation between the type of business at Chet's and this type of business. And as has been pointed out, this business has been there for decades without incident. This is a very isolated area, if you know Napier Street. It's at a dead end. Some of you may know it because the tow wrecking yard is next to it. But in terms of the Sachs family, Mr. Sachs, as he said, has come from across the country to be here tonight to present his side through us as to why just adding my client's name to an existing special permit, that is what is before the council. You were very clear earlier about saying, is it on the drawing? We have to vote what's in front of us. What we're here is to add. The motion is the delay is unfair to these people who have been trying to put this deal together for quite a long time. There's no harm to anyone if this goes forward. There is harm to the applicants and the petitioners, both from getting the business started before the cold weather sets in. We went before the neighborhood council, got unanimous support. The neighbors were saying, finally, we don't have to drive to Chicopee to recycle something. We can take it into our neighborhood and get money for what we're trading in and what we're recycling. And as the longer it goes, the more delay it causes and delays the startup from getting into business, which is a significant penalty to my client and for the community. So that may be 3 minutes, maybe 4, whatever you allotted me, but I don't, and the council at any time, anyone can check with the fire commissioner and they will certainly be educated. We have robust safety plans in place at all the locations. This company is endorsed by mayor of the town that they do business in Waterbury, by the Chamber of Commerce, by the United Way, by the police chief. Everyone has endorsed this. The planning department endorsed this plan. And my client is willing to accept the conditions that Mr. Dromey and his team put on it. So,
That is on the motion. He did state why the motion would hurt, so I think he did speak to the motion.
I'm sorry?
I think he did speak to the motion. So the motion is still open. Is there anyone else that would like to speak on the motion to continue?
Just briefly, if I'm recognized, Madam Chair.
Sure, Councilor Kern.
All I'm looking for is 30 days so we can hear from Commissioner Calvi on the record. I certainly understand all the representations made by the petitioner, but I don't think the reason why I wanted that 30-day continuation was, again, we had probably one of the most dangerous situations we've seen here, maybe in 15 years, at a salvage yard. And I just kind of want to know, with these new electric cars, with whatever is in a salvage yard for the last 80 years, what's the plan in place as somebody who doesn't live 3,000 miles away, but lives 2 minutes away from this salvage yard? I'm kind of interested in that. It's not just asking for 30 days, and that is it. Thank you. I won't go on further on it, but if we could take a vote, that would be appreciated.
Could I use one of my,
No,
you gave me 4
I'm sorry.
minutes. I used 3.
No,
Mr.
I'm
Albert
sorry,
would like to speak.
Sir. We gotta continue with the motion that's on the floor. We have to dispose of it. If the continue does not pass, then we open up the hearing. If it does pass, we're gonna have to continue it for 30 days. So any other counselors on the motion? Councilor Davila?
Thank you, Madam President. So again, I do think this is a very worthy concerns, very reasonable concerns. And I hear the good intent of this. However, as I sit here, I think to myself, this is a change of petition. It is my understanding that this location is currently up and operating right now, so to speak. So nothing's being changed other than the ownership. So if things are going to remain the same, as I understand it to be, who's to say that, God forbid, something's going to happen tomorrow? They're not doing anything differently, right? So potentially the problem is there, And I think this is a bigger conversation that we should definitely look at because we don't want a big fire like Chet's ever happen again in the city. But we are potentially hindering business. And I could see the argument about safety, that I could see that. But nothing's going to change. They're still going to be doing the same thing tomorrow when they open for business. So, again, I do think that we should allow them to present, at the very least, out of the courtesy. They'll be here for close to 3 hours at this point. And then if this body chooses, continue it for another 30 days, and so, or maybe we could just do something bigger and look at this as a bigger issue throughout the city, encompassing all the young yards, because these are issues that I'm sure that may affect all the young yards in the city of Springfield. So all that I'm saying is, I hear the concerns, they're very valid concerns, but at least let's just give these poor guys the opportunity to present. They'll be here for 3 hours already. Thank you, Madam
Thank you,
President.
Councilor Davila. I see you, Councilor Perez. I just want to remind the council that it is 9:36. And even to get through this hearing, we only have, 24 minutes? So, Councilor Perez, on the motion.
On the motion, I heard a little while ago that we were supposed to go what is presented to us, and tonight what is presented is a change of name. And I gonna repeat again, they have met with the council. The council should have sent a letter. I don't know why, but some of the issues that were discussed in the council on August 12th was the community education plan program that they're planning to put together with the council, the hiring plan program that they're planning to put with the council, and most importantly, it was the safety plan that they also discussed with the council. At this point, we only have in front of us a city council or change of name, and I do understand my colleague current concerns, and highly I am concerned also. But what we have in front of tonight is a change of the name. So therefore, I just wanted to express that. And I think that we should be having some types of meeting, not only because of the issue they passed, to have Calvi come in front of subcommittee, whichever the subcommittee is, and discuss those issues that had happened and how could they be preventable all around the city. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Perez. Councilor Govan?
I call a question. Can we vote on the motion?
Is there a second? Councilor Allen, second. Madam Clerk, can you call the roll? On the
motion to call the question?
Yes.
Councilor Curran? Yes, Councilor Allen? Yes, Councilor Govan?
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Walsh?
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Edwards?
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Davila?
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Brown?
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Whitfield?
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Delgado?
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Santinello?
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Click Bruce?
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Perez?
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Fenton recused.
Okay, now we're going to go right into voting on the motion to continue.
On the motion to continue to September 23rd, Councilor Curran?
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Allen? Yes, Councilor Govan?
No.
No, Councilor Walsh? Yes, Councilor Edwards?
No.
No, Councilor Davila?
No.
No, Councilor Brown?
No.
No, Councilor Whitfield?
No.
No, Councilor Delgado?
No.
No, Councilor Santinello?
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Click Bruce?
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Perez?
No.
No, Councilor Fenton recused. It's 5 yeses. Councilor Whitfield?
No.
No, I'm just letting you know that. Nope, there's 5 yeses. So
5 yeses
motion
and 7
fails.
noes, so motion fails. Now we're going to go into the hearings portion of the meeting. So again, opponent, we only have 20 minutes left of this meeting, so it would be your best not to go 20 minutes on on proponent on it. But if you need that 20 minutes, we'll deal with that at 10 o'clock on what the next steps will be. So please, I'm going to give you the floor. The hearing is open. Opponent, you have the floor. Is that okay. Try calling. Okay. You have the floor, Mr. Proponent.
Okay, thank you. I gave you a brief introduction of who I am and who my clients are, so given the constraints on time, I will go right into the fact that the two companies are joining together. The Sachs family will continue to own the property. My client will come in and run the business. This is a state-of-the-art recycling business, very clean, very professional. We have submitted safety plans, fire plans, and environmental plans. Those were all given to the neighborhood council. Those were all given to the city council chambers to distribute. We have been endorsed by every municipal agency with whom they deal with in Waterbury, Connecticut. This is a win-win for the city. This is another generation. Jake here is the fifth generation of running this family business. They're coming to Springfield. This is a company from Waterbury coming into Springfield to merge with to take over this business from the Sachs family. They're investing in Springfield. They're already buying equipment to ship here. They're already hiring people to be here. They are outstanding citizens, again, knowing that this is really adding their name to a pre-existing non-conforming use to a special permit that has been in effect since 2017. As I said, the planning department has endorsed this plan with the restrictions that we are willing to abide by. We're happy to share the fire plan, the safety plan, the environmental plan with the councilors at any time, circulate it, but it is all driven by the fact that this is, as you, Madam President, said, this is voting on a petition to add my client's name to the special permit. Respect Attorney Curran and his concerns about that, but as I said before, they don't accept anything with oil or gas. If the tank comes in, it has to have had its drill out hole to show that it's empty. They send their product that they recycle out almost every day out to have processed, so that this is a very clean operation. If anybody's been down, they've seen it, and then the planning department commented on this. It's all cleaned up, ready to go. It looks great, and they're ready to move people in, activate the scales, and start doing business. So I don't think anyone can question the integrity, the morals, the business commitment that my client, Iron Bar, and Jake's family are going to make to the city, and they're told the neighborhood council that they will have recycle days. As I said, the neighborhood people said this would be great. We don't have to go out of Springfield to recycle our recyclables, and they're willing to participate in Earth Days and have things like that to encourage recycling and to educate the public. So I think it's a win-win. Jake, do you want to add anything? This is Jake. He'll use a minute. He came all this way, but not as far as Mr. Sachs.
Thank you for your time.
Can you just say your name and address for the record?
Yes, Jake Albert from Fairfield, Connecticut. Our business is in Waterbury. I only have my phone out so I can keep track of the time because I know it's getting late. I just really want to say thank you, and just to quickly jump to some of the concerns that were raised that I share. And frankly, every time that there is a fire incident that happens at a fellow scrapyard, it's my responsibility as a business owner to look into those details to ensure that our business in Waterbury, even though it's in a different state, implements all of the best practices to ensure what happens in another part of the country doesn't happen in our part of the country. And I can assure you that the fire that happened there, beyond tragic, not just for the people who work there, but the men and women who have to go and fight these fires and are put in harm's way, that our operations in Waterbury and the operations that we're looking to continue here after not only 50, but close to 100 years of the Sachs family is beyond different in a few key areas. One is we do not accept any cars. Chet's is an auto salvage yard, which is very different than a general metal recycling yard. Their oils, their gases, their tanks with residual materials inside of them, and many hazardous combustible materials that don't exist in the forms of metal that we recycle. The second important piece is that I'm not here to disparage another scrapyard. Our operations, our partnerships with the fire department, the police department, who offered their reference on behalf of our petition, the City of Waterbury's mayor's office, can attest that we not only have fire prevention plans, emergency action plans, we train with the fire departments regularly. We have third-party auditors come on site at least 4 times a year. And the pile management program that we implement is very different than a Chet's. And my suggestion in all earnestness, truthfully, would be that if there is a real concern, Chet's is operating as we speak. And if there was a sincere concern about their ongoing risks to the community, then I would pose to the council to vote tonight to cease their operations indefinitely until the fire commission can act on what happened.
I don't think it's appropriate to talk about Chet's. Let's talk about your operations. I understand. I get your point, but let's not.
But my only point is that this is a change of name.
Yeah.
This is adding a name only, not a change of use. And our reputation and brand speaks to how different we run an operation than Chet's. And I would really appreciate your support, the hundreds of thousands of dollars that we intend to invest in this property, starting tomorrow if we had your approval. The 2 people who live locally in that neighborhood, who we have job offers out to, who are counting on us to hire them tomorrow, we would really appreciate your support to move forward. Thank you.
Thanks, Jake.
Thank you. Is there any other proponents that have anything to say?
Want to say anything?
Well,
I'd love
yeah.
to say something for a moment. You know,
Sure.
I grew up in the recycling industry for the last. Oh, sorry. I grew up in the.
For the record.
Oh, I'm Greg Sachs.
Name and address for the
Yeah,
record.
Greg Sachs, and I'm going to put 44 Vanguard Lane, Longmeadow, Mass. That's where I grew up on the East Coast. All I want to say is that from this high, all I did was live and breathe recycling. My grandfather started in the 30s with a horse and buggy, way ahead of their time. The bottom line is that as we grew up and we recycled and we learned and we grew, and well behind before it was socially acceptable. What I can tell you real quickly here is this was not an endeavor to make the most and take advantage of the neighborhood. If you actually get yourself down to this neighborhood, we did so many things. I've installed a state-of-the-art fire suppression, 24 hours, fire notification, smoke notification, police surveillance, and taking care of that entire property in a way it's never been conceived. My goal was to totally uplift the city of Springfield in that area, and with that being the backdrop, I could go on for a long time about my family's background, but you've already heard from these folks as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other proponents? All right. Any opponents wish to speak? Any opposition? Seeing none? Proponents, you want to use any more time, or are you good?
No, we said our piece. Thank you for the time.
Okay, so the hearing is now closed, and we'll have deliberation from the council. Any counselors? Councilor Govan, did you raise your hand too, Councilor? Oh, Councilor Govan?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I think that seeing as this is a change in petitioner, basically changing the owners, I think this is something that we could pass today. I don't see any reason why delay it. I understand Councilor Curran's concerns regarding the fire, but if I heard the petitioner correctly, this is a metal recycling plant, not cars, correct? Not car parts or anything like that, which is what happened at the fire. And from what Councilor Perez said, they presented their plans, their safety plans, the hiring plans at the neighborhood council, and the neighborhood council was happy with the plans and are in agreement to have them change names of petitioners. So I would urge us to move forward with this and vote in the affirmative so that we could just continue letting them do business. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Councilor Davila?
Thank you, Madam Chair, Madam President. I do also agree with Councilor Govan that this is just the change of petition, as I stated before myself, and I personally don't see any harm moving this forward. However, I also do agree with Councilor Curran's concern. So my suggestion is that as part of the public safety committee member, that, I know time's running out, I'm getting there, that we only got 10 minutes left.
10 minutes.
I'd be more than happy as part of the public safety committee, if that suffices to Councilor Curran, to speak with the chairman, to hold a hearing and to talk about the overall safety of the young yards. And I'm sure, and by the commissioner, because I do think Councilor Curran does have some legitimate concerns. I'd be inclined to support this, being that it's a change of petition. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you, Councilor Avila. Councilor Click Bruce.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. Yeah, so I just wanted to real quickly, I've already reached out to Daisy to schedule a meeting with Commissioner Calvi. So I did hear the conversation already going on. So I reached out to him to schedule a meeting so that way we can get some of these questions that I answered through public safety. So thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Councilor. Any other councilors? Councilor Curran?
Just a quick question for clarification. The current owners are Acme Realty Enterprises, and the petitioners for the name change are Iron Bar LLC and Acme Realty. So there is a new company, or am I incorrect in that? Is there a new company coming into ownership?
Is there a new company coming into ownership?
The entity formed for Massachusetts, Jake? Yeah, it's just.
Iron Bar was formed, Chris Russo, Christopher Russo, Pullman and Comley. So
Can you get to the mic, sir, and your name and address for the record?
Christopher Russo, Pullman and Comley. We have offices in Springfield and everywhere else in Connecticut. So Iron Bar was formed to be the tenant at the property. So the Sachs family owns the property, and Iron Bar is coming in to be the operator while the Sachs own the property.
As I said before,
So there is a new company that's going to be operating it.
there is, that's their coming on to the petition.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's a new company that wasn't there previously over the
They are a tenant of the property.
and they're going to be the managers now of the property.
Correct.
And they were not the managers previously.
No, they weren't.
No, okay. And Iron Bar is out of Connecticut?
Is it Connecticut LLC, Chris? Connecticut LLC, yes.
And for how long has Iron Bar been in operation?
Probably 6 months, maybe.
The same management team for over 130 years.
And is there like a record in Connecticut of fire suppression, fires, or anything of this nature? That's the whole point of having Commissioner Calvi at the beginning. But
We have 130 years of track record of fire safety. We have references from all of the department heads across the entire city supporting our integrity and best business practices.
All right, so at this point, I do support the suggestion of the hearing. My point, continuing it, was there is a name change, but there's also a new corporation on the site. But I would support having a hearing with Commissioner Calvi and to learn more about this Connecticut corporation taking over this salvage yard here in Springfield. Help managing the salvage yard here in Springfield.
We'd be happy to meet with you, any of the councilors, and the commissioner tomorrow, whenever his schedule permits. What we are asking is that for all of the reasons we said before, we'd like to have this, it's an amendment of a special permit to add another party. Never hidden from the fact of what it was.
Thank you, sir. I have one more councilor with his hand raised, Councilor Brown. We have 6 minutes left. He is going to have the final word. Councilor Brown.
Thank you, Madam President. I agree with my colleague, Councilor Curran, but I will support this. A lot of times when we have certain owners, I know with junkyards where we were, scrapyard where we have issues with the sound when they're breaking down the trailers and things. So I'd like to meet with you guys. I am going to support it, but I'd like to meet with you after just to discuss some of the sound stuff too. But I definitely will support it. Thank you, Madam President.
Happy to meet you at any time it's convenient for you.
Thank you, Councilor Brown. Looks like they're willing to meet with any of us. All right. With that being said, we are going to now Call the vote. Call the vote. Madam Clerk, call the roll, please.
On approval of the special permit, Counselor Curran? Yes, Counselor Allen.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Govan.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Walsh.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Edwards.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Davila.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Brown.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Whitfield.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Delgado.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Santinello.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Click Bruce.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Perez. Yes, Counselor Fenton recuse.
The motion has passed. The motion has passed. Now, what are they called? The reasons. I'm sorry, it's my first time. Now the reasons, Counselor Curran.
Use, structure, or condition. The use is developed will not adversely affect the neighborhood, and adequate and appropriate facilities will be provided for the proper operation of proposed use to incorporate planning staff analysis into the decision at the basis of the findings.
Madam Clerk, on the reasons, please call the roll.
On acceptance of the reasons, Counselor Curran. Yes, Counselor Allen. Counselor Allen.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Govan.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Walsh.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Edwards.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Davila.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Brown.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Whitfield.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Delgado.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Santinello.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Click Bruce.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Perez. Yes, Counselor Fenton recused.
Madam Clerk, are there any more items before the council tonight?
There's not.
Meeting adjourned. I got to do that.